All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Yost Ice Arena here on quite a miserable Friday night. Very rainy, very humid. My name is Nick Hornberg. Joining me here are Lucas Vargas and Vanessa Litchard. And tonight at 7:30, Michigan Wolverines will play their final exhibition game of this young hockey season against the United States men's developmental team. And interesting matchup here tonight, perhaps most notably for the purpose of creating stories. That being is Quinn Hughes, 7th overall pick for the Vancouver Canucks, selected to play against now his younger brother, Jack Hughes, the top-line center for the USA, who is presumed to go number one in this coming draft.
That should be exciting. I'm excited. Do you think that he'll play in the NHL right away?
You know, I think he does have that as a realistic possibility to play in the NHL right away. He seems to have declined college offers so far, so it seems to be.
I think that could be because his plan is to just hop into the NHL.
It seems to be the intended path, and by the looks of it, it seems as if each of the brothers plans to enter the NHL together almost.
Yeah.
With Quinn coming back to Michigan for his sophomore season.
It would be so exciting, though, to see Jack Hughes come to Michigan and play with his brother for even just a little bit, a year or so, which I know is not going to happen because Hughes will go to the NHL after this year, or Quinn Hughes will go to the NHL after this year. But
yeah, no doubt,
cool.
No doubt that was something that Michigan fans were hoping for. Of course, there will be a lot of talent out on the ice tonight, even though it is deemed an exhibition matchup. This will no doubt have the intensity of a legit regular season game.
Yeah.
Michigan cannot afford to come in with the intensity that they did against Vermont and Waterloo.
At all, no. Especially with the fact that the USA team just beat Notre Dame 5-2. Notre Dame was ranked above us for the preseason rankings for college, and then here comes the USA beating them down, not 3-2. It's 5-2. That's a high-scoring hockey game.
Yeah, so far,
doesn't look good for Notre Dame.
So far, the under-18 team for the USA has had 2 games against NCAA opponents. They have, as you said, Vanessa, defeated Notre Dame, a very notable win. Notre Dame playing in the national championship game last season against Minnesota Duluth, and also dropping a game to Ferris State.
They lost to Ferris State.
Another Michigan team. So,
yeah.
The youth on the U.S. team showing for sure. You never know what you're going to get with 18-year-old kids, but they definitely
talent's always there.
They definitely have the talent to compete with anybody on the ice on any given night.
Yes, completely and totally agree. I'm excited to see how this game turns out. I'm excited to watch the USA players play because looking at this sheet, it looks like all of them are committed to a college except Hughes. Except Hughes, that mystery man. And, I know a lot about Jack Hughes because he is so good. He is predicted to go first overall in the next NHL draft. So it's just this big mystery, this question mark above my head, looking at his sheet and seeing that he's not committed. There's no commitment. And again, it goes back to what we were saying earlier. Does he just plan on going to the NHL and just jumping right in?
Most likely, if I had to guess, I would say yes. I mean, I would say very possible that there has not been this much attention paid to a center. I would say possibly he might be getting more hype than Austin Matthews did coming out.
That's up for debate, but I can see where you're coming from.
And he's a young kid. He's 17, but now you'll see in recent years a lot of younger players getting drafted at the top and not playing in the major junior leagues. Example, Phillip Sadena drafted by the Red Wings in June. He's 18. He's playing in Grand Rapids after a lot of speculation that he would play in the Czech Republic.
Yeah, I was, he was picked, the guy you were just talking about was picked 6. I really, really wanted to see Quinn Hughes go to the Red Wings. The Red Wings were up. Hughes was yet to be drafted. Here I am watching it for my brother's birthday. We have our pizza, my whole family. We have our pop, and we're ready to watch and see Hughes get drafted, and then he doesn't go to the Red Wings.
Yes, Quinn Hughes actually was high on the Red Wings draft board by virtue of the Red Wings largely being in need of a defenseman. They do not have any up-and-coming young defensemen aside from Philip Hronek, who started on the top pair last night against Toronto. However, Phillip Sadena was projected to go top 5, and he slid down to the Red Wings, and the Red Wings were forced into a position
where they had to choose.
Where they took the best player in the draft, and the same thing happened to them at 30.
Yeah.
They had they could have taken a first-round defenseman even after taking Sadena, and yet Joe Veleno, who was projected by some as a top 10 or top 15 pick, fell to them at 30, and they made what still seems to be a very sensible pick in taking the best player of the draft there too.
Yeah.
Well, when a team is just looking for answers all across the board, Nick, you have to take best available talent, and I think that's what the Red Wings did. I think Vancouver also presents a good opportunity for Quinn Hughes after he moves on from Michigan. But either way, lots of NHL talent on the ice tonight. In addition to Quinn Hughes for Michigan, there is Jack Becker, Will Lockwood, Josh Norris, Nick Pastuhov, Brendan Warren, Joseph Saccone, and Nicholas Boca, also all under NHL rights. So Michigan definitely brings a lot of NHL talent back, future NHL talent rather, after their run to the Frozen Four a season ago.
Yeah, no, and we have to think about how, like last year, I think Calderon and Marody never had a contract their whole 4 years playing here. And then both of them got picked up, I think, right before their season ended. And now they're playing for their feeder teams. And they're probably, I can picture both of them, if they continue to play how they did last year and they continue to get better, playing in the NHL. Marody for the Oilers and Calderon for the Stars.
Yes, Cooper Marody was drafted by the Philadelphia Flyers coming out of high school. Calderon did go undrafted. Marody had his rights traded to the Edmonton Oilers shortly before the start of the NCAA tournament, and Marody then after the season, shortly after the loss to Notre Dame, I believe within 3 days of the end of that game, was signed.
Yeah, and I was excited to see him get signed with the Oilers. I mean, I love the Oilers. McDavid, to play with McDavid would boost any player's skill level, but that's, I guess, just my opinion because I really love McDavid.
And Calderon, as we stated, did go undrafted. However, he did sign a two-way contract with the Dallas Stars after logging some preseason minutes. He is playing for the Texas Stars currently.
Yes.
The Texas Stars, it's down where I'm from in Austin, Texas, just outside, and the Stars do a pretty nice job of developing talent for the Dallas Stars, that is. And you have to think that with the NHL, they are starting to put more of an emphasis on developing talent from within their own organization through the feeder AHL system. It's a good way to coach them up how the coaches want them to be and then get them ready to go from the inside.
Yep, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
So,
and now 25 minutes away from puck drop, but we have, aside from Quinn Hughes, of course, Quinn Hughes not the only Vancouver Canuck draftee on this Michigan roster.
Yeah, we have Lockwood.
Exactly. Will Lockwood coming back from a season where he unfortunately suffered a season-ending shoulder injury at World Juniors, who at the time he was playing along with Quinn Hughes and Josh Norris. Lockwood unfortunately had to have season-ending surgery, very successful, and to a certain degree was forgotten a little bit as Michigan turned on the Jets at the end of the season and made the run to the Frozen Four. But now Lockwood is back. He scored the first goal of the Wolverines season against Vermont and contributed another goal against Waterloo last Sunday that Jeremy Parks and I, who were in the booth for that game, raved about. His hands, still amazing. His skating largely has flown under the radar since Quinn Hughes has really emerged.
Yeah.
But it's something that Lockwood is poised to have a very strong season.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I remember just watching last year, being in the Children of Yost and watching the Michigan play. I was like, where is Lockwood? But it took me like a couple games to realize that he was missing. And it's because we did bring that fire, and he is an essential aspect to our team, especially this year. But like, we still, with Michigan without him, still performed.
Indeed, Lockwood was considered, Lockwood was considered to be a critical piece of that team. And for the first half of the season, he was contributing an overtime winning goal, an overtime goal against Minnesota. However,
that was great.
It was indeed. However, unfortunately for him, again, suffering that injury to a certain degree, I think has largely set him back. There was talk that he might, after having if he had a strong enough season last season, having signed with Vancouver after the season as he was drafted in the third round out of high school, unfortunately, that to a certain degree, many people believe, and I think it may be accurate to an extent, may have stunted his progression as a hockey player. And obviously, you get better. You get better when you play.
Yes, an injury stunts any athlete's potential. My dad played hockey in college. He played for Notre Dame, and he got injured, and it really set him back. And I just learned from that, and watching other people like Lockwood get injured and other famous athletes professionally, when they get injured, it can be hard. Like we have Zetterberg, who got injured and is now, I mean, considering he is as old as he is now not playing anymore. Yes. I don't think that was really his choice as much as it was his only option.
Yes, Henrik Zetterberg, the recently retired Red Wings legend. And I was actually somewhat surprised that Lockwood played on Sunday against Waterloo. At Saturday in the third period against Vermont, picked up appeared to be a little bit of a leg injury. We saw him getting attention in the back during key times at the end of that third period. However, he was able to come back in and finish the game. However, he did play without issue on Sunday, and it looks like that little issue is past him. Lockwood has had injuries to the shoulder and to his neck in his freshman year after getting sent into the boards head first against Wisconsin. But he's never had issues with leg injuries, so that's
hopefully it's something that won't stick around.
Exactly, and the way he played on Sunday, and he is dressed once again tonight playing on that top line, it does not appear to be causing him any problems.
Yeah. I agree. I'm excited to see him step out on the ice tonight and see what he has, see what he can bring forward.
And the Michigan Hockey Band getting things started off tonight, 20 minutes before kickoff. The children of Yost still not completely full for this exhibition game. However, relative to Sunday against Waterloo, very well represented.
Yeah, how was the numbers at the Waterloo game?
Few.
Sparse.
One of the biggest hockey girls I know. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do in my spare time. Could not go to that game because I had to study for finals. Or midterms, excuse me. I think that's how most people were. And it's a Sunday. It was at 4 o'clock. It was a little bit rough.
Indeed. A lot of empty seats. And there are actually a lot of empty seats here tonight. However, the student section, a little bit of an anomaly in that regard. A lot of full seats in the Children of Yost. However, the 14th section, largely considered the overflow, is completely empty. And even in the main student section, rows of sections of 15, 16, and 17, still a fair amount of empty seats, but again, much better than last week against Waterloo.
Yeah, I agree. I can attest to that.
And Michigan will look to improve that defense, obviously giving up 5 goals against Vermont.
It's never a good start to the season.
Not a great start, and of course they gave up 4 goals against Waterloo on Sunday. Yes, I'm aware it's an exhibition game, and Hayden Levine did not play. Strauss-Mann, in his first test of college hockey action, did not necessarily impress, giving up 4 goals, and that's something certainly to watch out for this game, see what adjustments they make, especially against a team that is going to bring a lot of talent, as we've talked about most specifically, the assumed #1 pick next June, Jack Hughes.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch him tonight. It'll be so fun just watching him play against his brother. Well, imagine playing against like your family member out in front of this huge crowd. I don't know if that's happened before with them, but it should be fun.
I think for Michigan, they need to use this second exhibition game, third official time on the ice this year as an opportunity to get that defense solidified. Defenses look kind of fragmented in the first 2 games. And in my opinion, I think they need to just calm down a little. The offense has looked like they're in a constant rush. They have playmakers, they have talent, they know that. But it seems like they are rushing their shots and trying to do too much too early on and just not making the simple plays. They're not handling the puck properly. They're not making easy passes. And, in the Vermont game, they had 50 shots on goal, but I wouldn't call those 50 good shots on goal.
Completely.
I'd say it's a high volume amount of shots, but it doesn't really do any difference if it's right to the goalie's chest the whole time.
Completely. As you can see, as you just mentioned, Michigan, I think, almost doubled Vermont's shot on net.
I believe they did.
But who still won? Vermont.
Well, who scored 5 goals and who scored 2?
Who scored 2, exactly. So obviously you can see that Michigan's shots weren't good. They weren't there. They were shots to shoot. They weren't shots to score.
You know, one of the games that I got to see last year was Notre Dame take on Michigan in the Frozen Four, and a conversation that was held on the broadcast was how Notre Dame relied on their goalie to block shots. Kel Morris, very, very solid in net, but Notre Dame also was very patient on offense. They weren't a team that was going to outshoot you, outblitz you in transition or anything like that, but they were going to take an advantageous shot, and they were going to make you pay for it.
Yeah.
And that's something that Michigan should really look to do, is just be patient on offense, run what they can, and get it to their playmakers in positions where they can be successful rather than take a shot from the blue line every possession.
Yeah, the Wolverines never, thus far this season, much of last season, never had any issues with possessing the puck. However, there are moments where they do appear to struggle with creating good chances. Chances aren't really their problem. It's good chances more than anything. And a lot of that is from the poor play of the defense thus far. Michigan's attacks largely go through their blue line, specifically through Quinn Hughes on the top. Quinn Hughes, excellent skater, great vision. However, against Vermont, he largely struggled seeing key passes and getting shots off. And to a certain degree, he only scored 2 goals last season. To a certain degree, a lot of teams are expected to not really have a whole lot of respect for Quinn Hughes' shot. And that's something that if he can develop that shot and become more accurate and powerful on the slap shot or even the wrist shot, that's something that's going to open up the game a lot more for him and for an already talented player to become astronomically good.
I have to completely agree with you on that one.
I think another way to open up the game for Quinn Hughes is something that we already know he's good at, and that's his ability to skate past multiple defenders. And last year, you know, a lot of the time he had very high success skating deep into the heart of a defense and then kicking it out to an open teammate. They ran a lot of good cuts off of Quinn Hughes' interior skating, his ability to penetrate the defense. We didn't really see that at all in the first 2 games. And I'd really like to see Quinn be more successful at just attacking the heart of the defense. He doesn't need to be the one to take the shots. There are lots of other good shot takers and shot makers on this Michigan hockey team.
And that's actually a credit to the defensive structure of the Catamounts. A lot of what they did was pushing players up in order to force Quinn Hughes to the outside where he was not able to get in. Michigan actually having a lot more success with Will Lockwood coming in on the down the middle. Lockwood, of course, no slouch himself with regards to skating. I know we had people in our station when at the start of last season saying that Lockwood was the best skater Michigan had seen since Dylan Larkin. And that, of course, big compliments. Larkin, of course, one season and is now the starting center for the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah.
Well, and something that really stood out to me on Sunday in the Waterloo game is that Jack Becker really is going to be a presence in front of the goal. He scored 2 goals in that game, and he's gotten better every time he's taken the ice for Michigan. Ever since he stepped on campus, there were a couple games early on last season where he just was he didn't dress, wasn't going to play in the games. But by the second semester, he was firmly in the rotation, firmly in the lineups, and he became a pretty key part of Michigan's success late in the season. This year, I think his presence in front of the goal is going to be huge.
Indeed, a lot of credit for the recovery from Lockwood's injury should be attributed to Brendan Warren and Jack Becker. This season's starting wingers on the second line. Becker, as you said, initially a fringe player to start. However, he emerged first as a power play specialist.
It's a kid that works really hard, so he's always going to get the job done for you.
Indeed, he scored quite a few goals on the power play. Played a little bit like a little bit more multi-dimensional version of Martin Firk. However, now
he's big, so he can really control that front of the net.
And now this season, it's going to be on him. He's going to have to assert himself more in even strength situations. Thus far, he's shown that he can. However, and now it's up to him to continue that, to maintain that consistency.
Yeah. And I look forward to watching this season and seeing him hopefully continue to be successful and continue to go off that momentum from last season and the momentum from these past 2 games. Like, as you mentioned, he had 2 goals. It would be cool to see him keep going in the right direction.
The other guy I think that I'd like to see a lot more of, at least consistency-wise, is Josh Norris.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, his name was in the news recently with the big San Jose to Ottawa trade, but this is a guy that had first-round expectations, and I'd say he was a little inconsistent as a freshman, but a big opportunity this year to emerge as an offensive threat for the Wolverines. Like to see him kind of find his rhythm more often and more frequently as a shot maker and shot taker.
Indeed. 2 weeks ago, Alex Drain and I, on the inaugural episode of the Yost Cast, were able to discuss Josh Norris in detail. He has the size, he has the vision, has the talent to really play.
Got to put it all together.
To play as an NHL caliber top line power forward. However, yes, it is a question of getting it all together. He had moments where he lost his head, committed some dumb penalties.
Yeah.
And there are moments where he came out and he was absolutely brilliant. When it all comes together, however, it did not come together often enough. And Norris's name is already in the annals of NHL lore, and potentially as being a key factor in the trade that sent Erik Karlsson from Ottawa to San Jose. Suffice to say, that isn't how Josh Norris is going to want to be remembered when his hockey career ends. He wants to be remembered as a good hockey player, not an important trade piece.
The Senators are banking on his development here at Michigan first off, and then his ability to someday contribute for that team as they're looking to rebuild.
Indeed, the Sharks taking Norris a little bit on faith, largely considered a reach when he was taken at 19th overall. However, as he showed for the developmental team when he played alongside Will Lockwood, interestingly enough, and as he played in World Juniors, he has the potential. So he's high upside. However, potentially his floor could be considered a little bit low. The Sharks reached to a certain extent reached on him, potentially looking at him as a potential piece that could ultimately replace Joe Thornton as Thornton rides off into the sunset to a certain degree. Of course, he is 39 now and clean-shaven, interestingly enough. But now Norris with the Senators see that same potential that the Sharks saw in Norris, and now it's up to Josh Norris to prove it. And as I said to Alex on the Yost Cast, the best case scenario, as silly as this may sound, but this is the nature of college hockey, is that the best case scenario for Michigan is that at the end of the season, Josh Norris signs with the Senators, and that's an indication of how great of a season he will have had.
Yeah, I can agree with what you're saying. I don't know. It's too early in the season to see if that's actually going to happen. I think Norris still has to perform a little bit more and get even a little bit better to be ready for that NHL level. Or I don't know. I guess we'll have to see and wait until we find out how this season's going to go for him.
Indeed, many consider Norris to be at least a year away.
Yeah.
From maximizing his potential. Maximizing.
So you mean to say like peak in college, or like when he goes, if he goes?
Sorry, I suppose. I miswording. I suppose he demonstrating that he is in fact NHL ready.
Okay.
To a certain degree, that was the same logic applied to Lockwood.
Yes.
And Lockwood still may be a year away. That injury, I think, hurt him substantially.
It set him back. As we said earlier, any injury in any sport for any athlete is hard.
Well, shoulders especially. That's just an area of the body that has so many moving parts to it. It's not like breaking a bone, like breaking your forearm or something that. All right, the doctors put it back together, and they know that was the break. That's the problem. That fixed it. Shoulder has so many just slight variations that once you hurt it, then your body starts overcompensating in different areas, and then that leads to more overuse injuries. Shoulder is very, very complicated, and it's just a tough injury to sustain.
Indeed, those are consistently, especially for
shoulders, knees, and backs.
I was going to say largely upper body, shoulders, collarbone, neck. We know that's the danger area for quarterbacks in football and hockey.
For pitchers,
just look at Andrew Luck. I know it's football, but look at a guy like Andrew Luck. Seemed to have a relatively simple operation, most people thought, but that injury was way more complex than people let on, and it led to him having to sit out almost an entire extra year.
Yep.
I was going to mention a little bit of a closer to home example here in Ann Arbor. I was going to say Wilton Spate, 2016. He started off, played the first 9 games very strongly, however, broke his collarbone against Iowa, and to a large degree, he was never the same before, you could say, effectively being finished off as a Michigan quarterback after fracturing a vertebrae against Purdue. But hockey players especially, the biggest danger is in the upper body because you're going to take a lot of high hits. And I mentioned Joe Thornton. Joe Thornton was able to play an entire playoff series 2 years ago on a torn ACL. Hockey players can rebound from knee injuries a lot better than they generally can from shoulder injuries.
Yep. The lights are now off here in Yost, and the big screen is playing all the successes of Michigan hockey. There just was 9 championships on the board, 94 All-Americans. We have previous Michigan players who were in the NHL talking about Michigan, and the momentum is going here. The children of Yost are loud, and I'm excited. It's like when the lights turn off, it's when I'm most excited. I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, here goes Michigan. Like,
Indeed, we are now in the midst of the season where the team is honoring past achievements, and they're showing highlights here up on the board now about Michigan's 1998 national championship winning team. Of course, that was 20 years ago. Also featuring inspirational story, now retired forward Scott Motska, unfortunately struggling with ALS, and that's something the team has largely rallied together around him. And that's something, an added chapter to that 98 national championship team as the teams are about ready to take the field here, take the ice here at Yost.
Yeah, we would just like to remind you that you're listening to 88.3 WCBN FM Ann Arbor. We will be live until 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. The game will likely still be going on during that time, but if you would like to continue listening to our coverage, transition to WCBNsports.org. We will remind you, of course, as that deadline draws nearer, but we are about 6:40 away from puck drop right now. Michigan will be wearing their maize jerseys, the United States in their Team USA apparel.
Indeed.
We are about to be underway here shortly.
I think Michigan is wearing maize to honor that 98 team.
Indeed.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
They're commemorating the 1998 team tonight. I believe they had a giveaway in honor of them.
Yeah,
but
I'm sure that the team members, or at least the ones who can make it here to the game tonight, will be on the ice during one of the periods.
I think that's a very safe assumption for sure.
Indeed, the Wolverines wearing their throwback maize jerseys with the cursive script. And as the M fanfare continues, and yes, this is expected to be similar to the festivities held 2 years ago in to commemorate the 1996 national championship team. Highly unlikely we will see Marty Turco pick up a puck on the stick and flip it over his head into the Scoro slot. However,
I don't know if anything like that will ever happen again in history.
Indeed, that was a truly amazing moment. Interestingly enough, my first Michigan hockey game.
And that was what happened in between periods? You saw that in person?
Indeed.
Oh my gosh. I watched the video on Twitter a couple days ago, and I'd seen it before, but just like imagine that happening. Not one, not two, but three players come and they are past halfway. They're almost, I'd say, 75% down the ice.
That's the part that everyone forgets is that they took all the first shots from center ice and then moved back to take their second.
And then made it. All right, we, I think, have the national anthem about to be on.
National anthem a few minutes away. Children of Yost adding another banner today. Usually they hold up the banner of Fielding H. Yost, Michigan, legendary coach and athletic director. This time they also have the banner of Red Berenson, longtime Michigan coach, retired after the 16-17 season, and is in the building tonight, of course, for the purposes of commemorating the 1998 national championship team. And a thunderous applause from the children of Yost as Jack Hughes is announced.
Yes, is announced, and it's no more "Who cares, you suck." It's cheering, because as looking at the sign being held up by the children, we want Jack. And the lights are dark again. Michigan's about to be announced. Who is starting? That is the question of the hour. Got some Eminem playing. Pump up music.
And now, as the teams are announced,
Starting lineup for Michigan. We have the captain, Joseph Ciccone. And of course, we have Quinn Hughes starting against his brother. That'll be fun. I'm excited. Michael
Pastov announced on the starting left wing, as he has played on the top line. Very surprising, actually, this season. Passed over in favor of Jake Slaker, who both Alex Drain and I thought was going to be the leading goal scorer in the season.
Agree.
He still may be. However, interesting to see Michael Pastov definitely impressed Coach Pearson in this offseason, and he has likely earned his promotion to that top left wing.
I know. And then we got Levine in net. We have Norris and Lockwood together. Passed it off, Michael passed it off. Zucconi and Hughes. Looks like a good lineup. Let's hope that Michigan can make some moves with it.
And now we will retreat as the national anthem is played. There it is. The national anthem has played. We are about ready to get started here at Yost Ice Arena. The exhibition game tonight between Michigan and the United States developmental team. As stated previously, for this first period, my name is Nick Hornberg. Lucas Vargas will join me. Vanessa Litchard will join us later in this broadcast. And as we spent the last half hour talking about it, but reiterate, Lucas, what do we want to see tonight from the Wolverines in this final tune-up before they really get into the meat of their season? Of course, Michigan already 0-1 on the regular season after a loss to the Catamounts of Vermont in the opener.
I'd say it's time for Michigan to start to calm down a little bit and really find themselves running their offense efficiently, taking good shots, taking smart shots, taking care of the puck on defense, and really start to develop that team chemistry that was so crucial to the Frozen Four run at the end of last year. I don't think that Michigan was necessarily the most talented team that could have made it all the way, but I think they really were able to make it so far because of how tightly knit that team was. And I think it's time to start to see a little bit of that chemistry develop, and it's a good place to start tonight against a very talented group of youngsters from Team USA under-18 team.
And now as the top lines take the ice for the opening puck drop, it will be Jack Hughes, the presumed #1 overall pick in June and brother of Wolverines defenseman Quinn Hughes. An unorthodox move here. Quinn Hughes will take the opening puck drop for Michigan against his brother Jack instead of the regular starting center, Josh Norris. And the puck drop is won by Michigan. And Zucconi back to Norris. Norris lined up in that defenseman position to start as Hughes took the faceoff, and Zucconi zipped a pass past Quinn Hughes, who was able to recover and get it to Michael Pastiev before losing it to his brother Jack Hughes. And now Beecher on the left wing. Beecher with a shot, and Levine able to catch it with his glove.
And I mean, Michigan is going to be matched with skaters. Very talented tonight. This is the best of the best for the under-18 team that the USA has. Jack Hughes, we know how good he is, brother of Quinn Hughes. It's going to be a fast team that can really play.
And it will be Jack Hughes versus Josh Norris for this faceoff in the Michigan zone from the left circle. And puck drops won by Hughes to York. York to Zegras, who slings it all the way around the net, and Hughes will go for it. And Hughes comes back to the blue line. Hughes fans on a pass, almost loses it. Mike Pastiev able to tip it back into the USA zone as Hughes able to retake it. And Hughes to Zegras, who plays 1-2 with Hughes. Hughes falls to the ice, but gets it off to Caulfield, who plays it to York, who fans the shot. And long shot there by number 24, Case McCarthy, before it's repossessed by the Wolverines for a little bit of a scrum there, and Jack Hughes able to repossess. And Lockwood unable to swipe it away from Jack Hughes. Hughes still out there. And Hughes will play it back to Warren. To Zegras. Now to Caulfield. Caulfield will play it. And it will be deflected out of bounds for a stoppage in play off of Matthew Boldy, the second line left winger for the USA.
So far, a lot of back and forth as far as the puck goes. No solid offensive possession at the moment for either team. Another face-off in the Michigan zone.
It will be another face-off in the Michigan zone. From the left circle again, it will be Beecher versus Nick Pastioff. And puck drops. Another win there by the USA. Warren lofts a shot in before Boca able to play it out to Brendan Warren, but loses it to McCarthy, and it is knocked down to Jack Summers, the young freshman, able to play it down with his hand now to Pastioff. Pastioff plays it up to Warren before losing it to McCarthy. Boca intercepts at center ice, but Boldy able to control it for the USA. Boldy marked by Becker. Boldy able to play it back to Marshall Warren. And Boca able to deflect it behind the net. Michigan will repossess Boca. Good turn on Boldy. However, Boldy able to recontrol. And Warren with a shot right to the hands of Boldy. Boldy looking for the wraparound. Boldy now plays it back to Beecher. Beecher with a shot from close range. Knocked away by Levine. McCarthy with a shot from distance. Knocked down by Nick Pastioff before repossessed by Jack Becker. And now Becker will dump it into the Michigan zone as both teams will change lines. And it falls to Marshall Warren behind the USA net. Nick Blankenberg with a good interception, however, repossessed by USA. Farrell to McCarthy. McCarthy, long pass to Lindholm, however, good play by Nolan Moyle. Correction, that's Jimmy Lambert. And Vlasic will take it for the USA. Deflected up in the air off the stick of Griffin Luce. Before scrum of the puck. And it's repossessed by Michigan. It comes all the way across the ice. Jimmy Lambert playing it in for himself. Playing for the shot, however, deflected off the skate of Judd Caulfield. And now Farrell to Rolston. And it will be Farrell with the shot, however, blocked by Griffin Luce. Good position there by Luce. And now Lindholm behind the net. Lindholm will come around, play it out to York. And Nick Blankenberg able to repossess for Michigan. Now Griffin Luce plays it to Jimmy Lambert. Jimmy Lambert centers the puck to Luke Morgan, however. Good forecheck play there by York, but Michigan able to retain possession of the puck. Blankenberg tries a long puck to Lambert. Lambert loses it, and it will be Golson. Plays it to York, to Golson. Slap shot by York, too high, out of bounds. And it will be another face-off from the left circle in the Michigan zone. USA really dominating the puck in the last minute or so.
I'd say the USA is dominating the puck, but they're still not able to get anything going as far as offensive flow and movement. Michigan, the older players are able to exert their physicality a little bit and kind of bully the USA team so far.
And it will be Danny Waite versus Garrett Van Wy, both of the fourth-line players, and it's won by Van Wy. And now Nolan Moyle for the Wolverines comes down the right board, however, knocked away. Good defensive play there, and Van Wy takes a hit from Gilden, and Van Wy sends York into the boards, and now Waite charges down, unable to complete a pass to Gilden. Van Wy dumps it into the zone, repossessed by the USA, and Marshall Warren comes down, dumps it into the Michigan zone, and only Gilden will go after it, and the Wolverines will take it. Quinn Hughes back out on the ice with Joe Ciccone, that top pairing back out, and Quinn Hughes pushes it up to Van Wy. Garrett Van Wy looking to play in either Moyle or Michael Pastioff, however, splits them both, and it will go down, and it will be called,
I believe, icing.
It will be called an icing, yes. I was a bit unsure there where that pass was positioned relative to the blue line. It was behind an icing called, and Jack Hughes will come back in.
4 minutes in, USA still dominating the puck.
Correction, that is Jack Hughes. My apologies. And face-off won by Michigan. Good play by Garrett Van Wy against Jack Hughes. Now Quinn Hughes driving down the right side. Hughes looking for a center puck. Plays it into Josh Norris with a shot and a save caught right out of the air by Spencer Knight, the starting goaltender for the USA. Michigan with their first shot.
Quinn Hughes showing that skating ability that we talked about in the pregame. If he's able to get into the heart of the USA defense, he can set up his teammates pretty nicely. Josh Norris, nice cut as well to the opposite post. And just a good save.
And now this faceoff in the USA zone from the left circle. Michigan will rotate in the second line just before the faceoff. Pastioff versus Hughes. Won by Pastioff. A shot there off target by Jack Becker. And Brendan Warren plays it to Pastioff. Pastioff sees Becker. Becker, another wide shot. Jack Summers able to keep it in the zone. Summers now to Brendan Warren. Brendan Warren tries to play Pastioff in. Puck goes all the way around the net. And Boca will come up for it. A little bit of a scrum for the puck. And ultimately falls to Brendan Warren. Warren able to play it out. No, knocked down by Caulfield. And Warren able to play it back to Becker. Becker keeps it in the zone. Pastijov stays onside. Becker with the shot saved by Knight. And now another scrum for the puck at the right board before this time won by the USA. However, loses it. Now another puck in by Summers. Becker trying to play the deflection. However, bounces up and off his stick and into the net. Another stoppage of play.
Big number 8, Jack Becker, really working hard during that previous shift. He got a numerous amount of opportunities right there in front of the net and did a really nice job keeping the puck inside the blue line.
And now it will be Norris versus Trevor Zegras. And another dangerous pass right there. Pastijov to Norris, however. Good defensive play by York for the USA. USA really struggling to get it out of their zone. And once again, kept in the neutral zone there by Nolan Moyle. Correction, that is Christian Mike of the fourth pairing. And now Mike plays it up to Lockwood. Lockwood tries to nutmeg Beecher, but unsuccessful. Caulfield plays it out to Boldy. Boldy plays in Caulfield, tries to play a center puck, however, nobody home. Michigan able to put it back in the neutral zone. York will repossess in the neutral zone. Plays in Boldy just at the blue line. Boldy on the right side. Boldy looking for the shot. Caulfield kicks it away towards Will Lockwood. Lockwood now driving. Lockwood up the center. He's got Norris on the other side. Lockwood cuts to the right. Lockwood gets put into the board by York. Lockwood retains possession, trying to play it to Michael Pastijov. Pastijov looks for Norris, however. Once again, another solid defensive play by York. And Lockwood, another interception. Lockwood keeps it in the neutral zone, tries to play Blankenberg on the right. Blankenberg plays in Mike Pastijov. Pastijov unable to keep it down for the redirect. A shot there off the bar. And Blankenberg tries to, I don't know if that was a shot or just an attempted long pass in order to get a change in. But once again, the puck once again dropped into the USA zone. And it will be, once again, another turnover. Jake Slaker coming in now. Blankenberg will dump. And no line change. A bit unsure of why that was undertaken. However, the puck will go all the way down. And Griffin Luce will not come to catch it. No icing called. Sufficient contact team. Blankenberg puts Sean Farrell right into the boards. A little bit of a dangerous looking hit there. And Lindmark once again put into the board by Blankenberg. And a slap shot there by Lindholm. Not successful. Correction, that is McCarthy. And Blankenberg, while going to the ice, able to play a puck back to Luce. Now Jimmy Lambert. Jimmy Lambert plays Slaker in on the right side. Slaker centers it to Luke Morgan. Luke Morgan has one-on-one with Knight, and another save by Knight, essentially a penalty shot. 13 minutes left in this first period, still scoreless. Slaker puts Gilden almost into his own bench before leaving as the Wolverines change lines yet again.
Yeah, really nice job by Morgan to find open ice. Unable to convert on the opportunity, but Michigan really, ever since that 16-minute mark, the last 3.5 minutes or so, really been controlling the puck inside the Team USA zone, created a number of opportunities. Now 3 shots apiece for each team, but it feels like Michigan has had a few more scoring chances than that.
Indeed, the momentum after being with the USA for a few minutes, now back with the Wolverines. Not a whole lot of fighting for the puck in the neutral zone. It's a bit more like stretches of one team controlling the puck in the attacking zone versus another. And now a brief stoppage in play appears to come to an end. The USA sending their 5 out onto the ice. Levine goes back in net, and Michigan will send out their 4th line.
So I expect to see a lot of the Michigan depth tonight, as it is an exhibition matchup. So
it will be their 4th top line with their top defensive pairing of Quinn Hughes and Joseph Coney. Now it's Van Wy versus Waite. Van Wy strong on the faceoff thus far. This time, however, not able to win that one. And it's played back to Waite, who almost able to convert a quick fire chance right there for the USA, but good reflex play by Hayden Levine, and it still remains scoreless.
As you said, Waite had it from point blank range, but unable to get it by Levine. Nice save.
And it's Danny Waite versus Van Wy. Van Wy appeared to win that one, however, infraction committed. Van Wy will come out and they will drop again. And a little bit of unsureness right there before Jack Randall will take this puck drop, and Randall able to win it. Hughes to Saccone, back to Hughes. Hughes reverses, tries to play a puck to, and now it falls to Randall on the left side. Randall driving, he's got Moyle in the middle, however, Good defensive play. And now Hughes able to take it. Hughes fighting with Lindholm. Before it falls to Moyle, but once again, USA on the forecheck now. Saccone will dump it into the zone, but USA able to control it. Saccone takes it off of weight before Gilden able to repossess for the USA. And the puck deflects out of play, and it will be a face-off in the right circle of the USA zone as the top lines come back out for the Wolverines.
Once again, I think it just comes down so far to the early physicality that Michigan's been playing with. Really doing a nice job checking and getting the puck back after losing it.
A little bit of a correction. It's the second line as Pastiov is waved out for an infraction. Jack Becker comes in to take it against Jack Hughes, and it's won by Hughes. And another puck out of bounds. Play stops again. Another face-off from the right circle in the USA zone. And this time the top line coming back out. Norris, Lockwood, and Pastiov. Will Lockwood and Nick Boca wearing the A's tonight for the alternate captaincy for the Wolverines. Of course, Joseph Saccone, as mentioned by Vanessa in the pregame, is the captain. And another infraction called on the Wolverines in the faceoff. That's 3 in a row. Norris will come out. Lockwood will face off against Jack Hughes. And puck drops. A little bit of a scrum. Norris trying to kick the puck away before Lockwood able to retain possession. Lockwood tries to play in Pastiov, but ultimately loses it. Now Caulfield has a chance. Jack Hughes at the blue line. Lost control of it a little bit before losing it to Michael Pastiov. Josh Norris at the border of the attacking zone. Now back to Summers. Now to Michael Pastiov on the left. Pastiov tries to play Norris into the center before knocked away by Jack Hughes. And Jack Hughes now has a chance. Hughes looking for Seagrass, however. Hughes marked by 3 players. Centers it to Caulfield. Caulfield with the shot, however, knocked away by Levine. And a long shot by Lindholm before ultimately losing it. Michael Pastiov now has a break opportunity. Norris at the edge of the neutral zone. Norris stays on side. Norris not yet ready for that pass. Appeared to kick it away and then fell over on the ice. Now Marshall Warren coming down the other way. He's got Hughes trailing. Seagrass to Hughes. So Marshall Warren, and that is a goal. USA takes the lead 1-0 against Michigan. And the Wolverines will once again start in the hole.
Team USA doing a really nice job turning over Michigan and creating transition opportunities to say if Michigan is going to beat us with checking, then we're just going to get out and use speed. And that's exactly what USA did. They're able to create transition opportunities, give their fast skaters a chance to beat Michigan down the ice and go top shelf.
And that's what it was. Beecher versus Michael Pastiov, versus Nick Pastiov, rather, to restart the game. And Jack Hughes, of course, with the credit will be credited with the primary assist. The puck into Marshall Warren down low, who puts it over Levine's shoulder pad. And now Pastiov tries to center it to Warren, but knocked up in the air. And Warren fighting for it with Caulfield. But now, once again, another break opportunity. Beecher one-on-one with Levine. Levine able to knock Beecher down, but Levine on the ice, and he looks hurt.
Levine down. He appears to be getting up at the moment, but that was another near goal. Beecher was unable to just get around Levine. There was space, but Beecher just didn't have quite the puck control necessary to put that in. I think Levine is okay shaking it off at the moment.
Yes, indeed. Levine looks all right.
Next up would be Straussman, the freshman who played in the Waterloo exhibition. I wonder if Coach Pearson would give him a chance, knowing this is indeed an exhibition game, but in the end, I doubt it.
That'll be something to watch for the rest of the game, and it will be Beecher versus Nick Pastiov again. And it will be one. It's Vlasic for USA. Vlasic plays in Boldy, knocked away by Saccone. And now Vlasic repossesses in the edge of the neutral zone. And long puck in there attempted by Drew Hellison, but unsuccessful. And now Nick Pastiov has the opportunity to break. Tries to play in Becker. Becker trying to control it before he and Pastiov collide with each other, and offside is called.
We would just like to remind you that you're listening to 88.3 WCBN FM Ann Arbor. Score currently 1-0 in favor of the Team USA Under-18 development team. We're at Yost Ice Arena with 10:23 left in the first period, as a face-off will occur just near center ice.
And it will be Luke Morgan versus Owen Lindmark, won by Lindmark. And now it's to Vlasic, who tries to play one Now Lindmark has an opportunity, however, knocked away, dumped into the Michigan zone, and Quinn Hughes will repossess. Tries to play a puck to Lambert. Lambert tightly marked by Velasic, but Michigan able to retain possession. Now Sacconi's behind the net, marked by Gilden. And Sacconi plays in Lambert in the neutral zone. Morgan driving forward before losing it to Lindmark and Farrell. And now Rolston has the opportunity before having his pocket picked by Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes tries to play one cross ice to Sacconi. Sacconi able to drive for it, get it past Velasic, and Sacconi coming behind. Now to Quinn Hughes. Clever pass, but ultimately knocked away by York. And now USA will have another break opportunity. Good forecheck play there by Luke Morgan. And Slaker attempted open ice hit there on Farrell, but now Lindmark has the puck knocked away, but able to be repossessed by the USA. And it will be another stoppage of play.
9:18 left in the first period. Team USA leads 1-0 over the Michigan Wolverines, and currently the USA speed has been the difference in this game, creating transition opportunities. Michigan trying to control the puck enough to put together a good look at the net.
And it will be Dakota Raby against Owen Lindmark in this faceoff in the USA zone on the right side, and it's won by the USA. And puck put out of bounds by Michael Gilden. Correction, Henry Troon.
Currently, the shots are 6-3 in favor of Team USA. Shows that they've been able to get a couple extra looks at the net. Proved to be the difference currently in this game. I'd say Michigan just needs to focus on controlling the puck a little bit more. They're clearly stronger than the under-18 team, as you'd expect with the age differential. But they haven't allowed that strength to play itself out yet. Really just trying to go one-on-one in transition with a fast-skating Team USA team.
Indeed, right there. A tribute to the Huron Valley Ambulance first responders in this Ann Arbor area, replacing as opposed to the regular hero of the game tonight. And brief stoppage in play there. Coach Pearson likely just calming his team down, as you said, Lucas, that's largely what they need at this point. And now players appear to be more inclined to retake the ice. Levine and Knight go back in the net.
Say I'm going to make a comparison between hockey and basketball here, but basketball, there are lots of coaches that tell their teams to play fast and run anytime they get an opportunity. Hockey, it appears that's what Michigan wants to do, is run and use speed to beat their opponents, but at the same time, playing too fast can be detrimental to your team, and it seems that's what's the problem for Michigan right now.
Danny Wade defeats Garrett Van Wy in the faceoff. Another puck out of play.
They're peppering that area just below us on the blue line towards the Team USA zone.
Well, hope they take it easy. Before I was a season ticket holder for Michigan, I bought a pack of tickets and largely sat in sections like that, so I'd rather it not be treated poorly by flying pucks. But another faceoff, Waite versus Van Wy. And Randall tries to play one into Van Wy, attempting a redirect. Van Wy able to repossess. Van Wy looking for the center to Olmstead, but unsuccessful. Van Wy fighting with Bruin over it before Olmstead able to repossess. Olmstead trying to cut inside. But now another break opportunity snuffed out quickly by Michigan. And now Olmstead plays in Van Wy. Van Wy on the left side. Van Wy going for the shot himself. Good save by Knight down low. And it will be repossessed by the U.S. And it will be Waite and Randall fighting for it before finally a break opportunity. Norris with the shot, snatched out of the air by Knight. Another good shot there, but once again, Spencer Knight able to answer the call.
Yeah, but finally a couple of shots on goal to calm down the team a little bit. They'd been running around, playing too fast, but able to settle down a little bit, get a couple shots on goal, and now some face-offs in the Team USA zone. I think that really favors this Wolverine team right now.
And the left circle is the top lines, Josh Norris versus Jack Hughes. Hopefully Norris will not commit an infraction this time. This time Jack Hughes committing the infraction.
These college refs are fast to pull the trigger.
Indeed, and Norris able to knock it over to the other side of the ice. But now another break on, and Jack Hughes skating way past Boca. No, Hughes looking to take it himself, however. Good save by Levine. Good positioning, however. Another open net there, just missed by Caulfield. And now Marshall Warren, the scorer of the first goal, to Jack Hughes, who will play it back to Warren. Warren to his partner Farrell. And an icing will be called.
Near icing, but Team USA doing a good job at, if they're not in the zone, kind of working back, seeing all the ice that there is, leaving a guy at the blue line, and if it's there, they're going to send the puck, give him a chance to outskate his defender. So Team USA really opening up and making Michigan guard the entire ice.
And Jack Hughes demonstrating his skating ability there, skating straight past Boca, almost scoring a solo goal. And it will be Jack Hughes versus Nick Pastioff now in that same left circle in the USA zone. And Pastioff goes down, able to poke it out, but now another break opportunity out for US. Hughes in the center. And now it's to Seagrass. Hughes tries to play a wrap shot, and Jack Hughes will score and put the USA ahead 2-0 in this first period. 7.5 minutes left, and the presumed #1 pick next June able to contribute his first goal of the night.
Well, Quinn Hughes moved out to stop the puck, but he missed, and that left 2 offensive players for Team USA with only 1 defensive player, and Jack Hughes able to fake a pass, make a goal, good stick work, and that's projected #1 overall pick.
And Pastioff versus John Beecher dumped into the USA zone, and it will be played out to Quinn Hughes. Now to Pastioff, straight away, shot, knocked down, and it will be a goal. Michigan gets 1 goal back. Jack Becker, as you said, down low, camped in the net, and Michigan has 1 back in this first period.
And Jack Becker knows where the money's made, and that's right in front of the goal. He finds a deflection, cashes in, but Michigan, the first part of that is just getting a good shot on goal, not a shot from the blue line, not a shot that is too easy to stop, but high pressure on the goalie, forcing him to make a save in traffic, which he's unable to do. Jack Becker cashes in.
Michigan crowding Spencer Knight right there. All 3 of their forwards at that moment within 6 feet of him, and now Seagrass trying to center a puck, however, fans the shot. And it will be played back to Vlasic. Vlasic tries a shot from distance. I don't know if that was attempted redirect or not. However, USA able to retake possession. Before a stoppage of play, a high stick is called, and there will be a face-off in the Michigan zone in the left circle.
But Michigan able to really strike quick on that goal. Now with 7:05 left in the first period, Team USA leads 2-1. Shots 9-8 in favor of the under-18 team.
And I was actually mistaken. It will be Brendan Warren will go to the penalty box for Michigan. And Michigan's penalty kill unit, much maligned last season, now has to go up against this USA team. But now, right, they're almost able to clear the puck. Josh Norris not quite able to finish off. Now Jack Hughes.
Offside's
Offside.
called. But no, to your point, the penalty kill for Michigan ever since last year has been absolutely atrocious. I mean, just simply put, it has not been able to stop opponents very often, and really a weak part in that team that probably cost them a shot at a national championship last season.
And it will be Jack Hughes versus Luke Morgan in the neutral zone. Puck drops, won by USA. However, Slaker fighting for it. Slaker able to dump it back into the zone and able to kill off a few seconds. Now 1:40 left in the power play. And now York will take it up to Seagrass. Seagrass to Jack Hughes. Hughes centers it to Seagrass. Seagrass trying to play it over to the left side. However, good play there by Jack Summers. And now Jake Slaker fighting for the puck himself in the USA zone as the rest of the line changes. Slaker just slings it out now to Quinn Hughes. Michigan trying to retain possession. Now Saccone will just hoof it into the zone as Slaker finally comes off the ice. Will Lockwood on the forecheck for York. Lockwood able to knock it free, but York retains. York will drive it himself. Cuts to the left. York dumps it into the zone, and nobody home. Lockwood will just send it straight back down the boards, back into the USA zone. Now under a minute inside this USA power play. The first penalty of the game. And now through and plays it to Hellison. Hellison will dump it into the zone. Levine able to take it. Blankenberg will almost wind up as if taking a slap shot and just launches it back down the ice. 30 seconds left now in the power play. And attempted puck right there to Farrell, all the way past an icing called. Hellison trying to play it fast to Farrell, however, got under his stick straight into the zone and behind the red line, and an icing called. Michigan will now have a shorthanded faceoff in the USA zone on the right circle.
Michigan 23 seconds away from a successful penalty kill. 5:28 left in the first period. Team USA leading 2-1. A penalty kill here would be very much needed for Coach Mel Pearson.
And it's Van Wy versus Waite. And there's a scrum right at the dot, however. Thrun able to come away with it. Thrun spots Beecher. Takes the shot himself, and that's another goal. Hayden Levine did not really see the puck as it was coming right at him. Once again, another shot over his shoulder pad. USA leads 3-1, and that was Ryder Rolston, third-line right winger and Notre Dame commit, with the third goal.
Well, Rolston with a phenomenal shot. I mean, skating down pretty far along the right side, a defender coming at him, and he's able to go top of the net past Hayden Levine. Michigan unable to kill the penalty. It's been a problem, as we just mentioned earlier.
And now, face-off won by Beecher. But now Michael Pastujov with a turnover. The Pastujov brothers on the ice at the same time, possibly for the first time this season. But Summers able to keep it in the zone. Summers with a shot from distance wide. And now it will be Beecher coming down the left side. Beecher has Gilden in the middle. Gilden comes over to help him out before Summers able to repossess. Now to Jack Becker. Becker plays it out to Nick Pastujov. Nick Pastujov tries to center it to Nick Boca, however, behind him. Boca comes back, however, gives the puck away to Gilden. Gilden comes around the net. Gilden trying to play a puck in there to Caulfield. Levine able to cover it, and play stops.
So Michigan down 3-1 with 4:35 left in the first period, and penalty kill continues to be a problem, Nick, for this Wolverine squad.
Indeed, almost right at the end there.
Almost made it. Almost.
Indeed, Levine had an unobstructed view, however, unable to keep it from going over his shoulder pad. But yes, Rolston had acres of space on that right side. No Michigan man there to mark him, and they paid the price for the goal. And now they are showing highlights of Michigan's 1998 national championship team.
Michigan continues to find themselves in a holes that they might not have even expected themselves. I mean, the Vermont game, kind of go back to that one, and I think they were kind of shocked by how fast Vermont was able to strike against them. And same problem here tonight, allowing 3 early goals, and there's still time left.
Indeed. Now Lindmark versus Pastujov in the Wolverine zone. And Quentin Hughes able to come away with it, trying to play a puck to Ciccone before Lindmark able to repossess, but good play by Michael Pastujov to retain possession. Pastujov tries to play in Becker. Good defensive play by Drew Hellison. Now Ciccone tries to play Pastujov in, however, Vlasic able to knock it away. But Pastujov with an interception. Pastujov strong on the forecheck. And now Michael Pastujov from point blank. Becker gets a second goal, 3-2.
Like I said, Jack Becker knows where the money's made. Camping out in front of the goal. All you got to do is get a deflection. Jack knows what to do with it.
And Jack Becker once again down low. As Lucas said, perfect positioning. Shot once again, another one right off a save by Knight. Mike Pastujov with the point blank shot right off the chest of Knight, unable to cover it. And it falls to Becker, and now the game restarts. Quinn Hughes to Ciccone. Ciccone, long pass to Dakota Raby, however, bounces off his skate, and it will be covered by Spencer Knight.
Jack Becker, just a real smart, hardworking kid that uses the size to his advantage as well, able to fight for position in towards the front of the net. And with 2 goals, he's keeping Michigan in this game.
Jack Becker really emerged as a visible figure outside of the locker room in a game against Penn State where he scored 2 goals. Not dissimilar to deflect to the goals he scored tonight. Now Raby with a shot. Raby slips and falls to the ice. May have been tripped over his skate a little bit, but now Will Lockwood has it. Will Lockwood's free. Lockwood looking for the shot. Lockwood will take the shot, deflected by Zegras. Quinn Hughes able to keep it down. Quinn Hughes plays it back to Lockwood. Lockwood stays in the neutral zone. Lockwood has to kick it away before. Now a 3-on-1 break opportunity. Jack Hughes looking for the shot. Jack Hughes, and excellent defensive play there by Saccone, lays out and nullifies the break. And now York. York to Jack Hughes. Hughes to Zegras. Zegras tries to play a pass in, but deflected. And now Josh Norris will possess. Josh Norris plays it to Raby. Raby unable to come down with it. And Raby comes out, and Jake Slaker comes in playing on that top line, really for the first time. And now Slaker will play it to Norris. Norris comes forward. Norris gets past McCarthy, but McCarthy with a strong shoulder check there on Norris, keeping his body from getting past him. And a stoppage of play, and that will be a penalty on Josh Norris. We talked about Josh Norris having issues with penalty last season. There's another one, likely a cross-check or a hook.
Yeah, Josh, I mean, the talent's there, but sometimes he just lets his emotions get the best of him. And unfortunately, that puts Michigan in the worst of positions because that means the penalty kill has to go back out there.
Indeed, of course, Michigan conceding the third goal off a power play.
Well, let's see if Michigan can finish
However,
the job.
actually, McCarthy will also go to the box for the USA. Very likely a cross-check for him there or an interference. Actually, interference more likely. Norris maybe called for a hook or a roughing. It was Case McCarthy will go 2 minutes for roughing. Now 4-on-4 hockey. Blankenberg on the right side. Blankenberg pivots, looking for the center puck, tries to play it back to Slaker. Slaker comes back to the blue line. Slaker keeps it in to Luce on the left. Luce tries to play in Slaker, but deflected up and over across the ice, and Blankenberg not able to come up with it. Now Farrell plays it out to Hellison to Vlasic. And Farrell will drive it forward for the USA, and offside. And it will be a face-off in the neutral zone.
4-on-4, I mean, normally I'd say this is kind of setting favors of a pretty fast Michigan team, but I'd say Team USA has the skating not only to compete with Michigan, but maybe to even make this an advantageous opportunity for themselves.
And it's Matthew Boldy versus Garrett Van Wy, and scrum at the dot. And now Warren will have a little bit of space, but closed down quickly by Thrun. And now repossessed by the USA. Boldy to Thrun. Thrun cross-ice pass to Rolston. Rolston, the scorer of the third goal. Rolston plays it back to Boldy. Boldy's going to have some space. Good play by Boca there to knock the puck away. And Boldy, good play by Garrett Van Wy. Garrett Van Wy risking a penalty right there, almost a hold of the arm. Now Jack Summers will take a break on the right side. Centers it to Van Wy. Van Wy looking for the shot. Good save by Spencer Knight. Boca keeps it in the zone. Boca to Van Wy. Van Wy tries to center it, play in Brendan Warren on a redirect. Van Wy able to repossess. And Van Wy sparring with York there for the puck, and a scrum at the boards. And Van Wy hits the deck before finally repossessing is Henry Thrun for USA. Minute and a half left in this first period. USA up 3-2 in a high-flying first period. And Jack Hughes plays back to Marshall Warren to Vlasic. Vlasic dumps it into the zone. He's got Caulfield on the other side unmarked. Caulfield now marked by Saccone. Saccone fighting for the puck, and Saccone repossesses. Now Boca. Boca tries to play a pass up. He's got Raby on a break. Raby will have to come around. Tries a shot from an odd angle right into the side netting, and now USA. Jack Hughes breaking down the left. Jack Hughes plays in Zegras. Zegras not able to come up with it. And Zegras fighting with Quinn Hughes over it. And it will be Jack Hughes on the left side. Hughes fans on a pass. Zegras plays it out to Hughes, who plays it into Caulfield, who loses it. Now Quinn Hughes on a break. Quinn Hughes coming down the right side. Hughes tries to center it, knocked out by Marshall Warren. Quinn Hughes trying to play a puck in, just misses Josh Norris. Norris plays it back, has to play it back into his own zone, and Saccone will go for it as USA changes. And Saccone to Hughes. Quinn Hughes, to be more accurate. Jack Hughes just went to the USA bench. Quinn Hughes able to play a cross-ice pass to Pastiev. Nick Pastiev driving Pastiev with the shot wide left and not very strong at that. Now Case McCarthy coming the other way. Needless to say, the penalties are over, and that'll do it for the first period here. USA, the developmental team, leading the Michigan Wolverines through one period of this exhibition game, 3-2.
And it could have been a lot worse, except Jack Becker was able to punch in some rebounds, give Michigan an opportunity to stay in this game.
Yeah, just watching the game, I'm kind of reminded of the game against Waterloo in Vermont. Michigan looks like they're not awake, like they're doubting the USA's abilities, because they came to play. They came out sharp. They got the first goal, which is always a big advantage. And I know the score is 3-2 right now, but I think that USA is outplaying Michigan a little bit.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, they look faster to the puck. They look composed, and as you said, they came here to win. They didn't come here just to play.
Yeah.
They came here to win, and Michigan has got to find a way to respond to that intensity. They have not matched that level of intensity outside of a couple of players. I mean, I'd say Jack Becker has done a great job at cashing in and creating opportunities. I mean, obviously he has 2 goals, but I think he's also put himself in position to be successful at other times. The rest of the Michigan Wolverines need to really match that intensity.
No, of course. It's getting dark. Uh-oh. Is this the 1998 team you think they're whipping out?
I think it might be that time where
usually they just play a game, but I think they might be honoring the 1998 team right now. It is dark in Yost again. It's almost like the Michigan hockey team is coming out on the ice for the first time, but it is not the case. It is actually just, I think, the 99 or the 98 team.
It looks like it.
Oh.
And they are planning to honor them this intermission. It does look like the lights are dark and the Zambonis aren't going around as they usually do at the moment. So,
yes, looks like it is the 98 team.
Indeed, that they're right there being wheeled out onto the ice. First is in his automated wheelchair is Scott Motska, as stated at the top of the broadcast. Motska, for the past 3 years, suffering with the debilitating disease ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
ALS is a disease that is personal to me. I had a man in my community who was very important to me die of ALS. It's a terrible disease, and I am sad to see a Michigan hockey player do it, or anyone in general.
Indeed. Motska, a forward on that 1998 team after leaving Michigan, spent the rest of his hockey career playing at the club level in the UK, and unfortunately Motska diagnosed a few years back, and Motska made an appearance at a game against Wisconsin last season that I was on the call for. He, of course, came out and delivered the ceremonial puck drop. A lot of money was raised for ALS that evening, and he and his family have raised a fair amount of money towards research for this disease.
Yep, right now we have the Michigan hockey 1998 team on the big screen, the highlights of their season. It's exciting. It's loud. You see Berenson hugging people. You see Michigan scoring. You see their goalie just acting like a wall. I could honestly see how this team was successful and was able to win a Frozen Four or an NCAA championship in that day.
In 1998, the year I was born, so
yeah, that's
not much recollection.
That's when I was still in my mother's stomach. So not much memory. And actually back then I was a Notre Dame fan. Not even born yet, but was a Notre Dame fan since my father bred me into his love for Notre Dame.
And now 98 team officially being honored.
They're going player by player, it looks like.
We will turn up our microphones a little bit so you can hear the names of the players.
It's cute to see some of these fathers have their family members with them. There's right here, he has his daughter. And then there's 2 babies. We do love babies. Especially babies in Michigan here. It's adorable.
It's really cool for Michigan in all their sports, really. There's most of the time that you go to a Michigan game, you can almost bank on a former team being recognized or some sort of current team being recognized. Really does a great job at remembering the past and honoring all success in the athletic department.
Indeed, something Michigan largely excels at is promoting awareness for their smaller sports. And of course, hockey not considered a smaller sport, but of course, very important to this team, of course, being the second national title won in 3 seasons in the late 90s for Michigan. And largely similar teams, of course, Marty Turco, the starting goalie on both of those teams, and the constant that was a constant at Michigan for 30-plus years, Red Berenson, former Michigan player, former Detroit Red Wing, and now former retired Michigan hockey coach, Mel Pearson, his assistant coach for a long time before Coach Pearson left to go become the head coach at Michigan Tech. Built a lot of success there, and upon Berenson's retirement, Pearson was considered by many the front runner for the job, and he was offered and he accepted as many expected. And
how can you deny such an offer?
And Pearson making his old boss proud last
course.
season, taking his team to the Frozen Four,
which is very exciting. It's very exciting because I don't think anyone predicted Michigan to go to the Frozen Four. I don't think anyone predicted them to beat Boston College and then Boston University all in. Was that the same week or was that the same 2 weeks?
Indeed, it was. Michigan, of course, considered by many to be to be near the bottom of the Big Ten. Of course, they had a very rough 16-17 season in Red Berenson's final season. A lot of playing time were given to freshmen. So this was considered to be the next step of a rebuild, or really the first step of a rebuild that had been precipitated previously by a rough closing season for Red Berenson. However, out of nowhere, the team improving sharply at the end of the season and parlaying that momentum into a run to the Frozen Four.
Truly was out of nowhere. I mean, if you watch Michigan hockey at all last year, you could see them gradually getting better. I mean, they started off with playing Vermont, beat them twice, and then we played Ferris State and we lost once. And, you know, we continued, though, off of that, the momentum of the beginning of the season and really, like, pushed through. And it's funny when you said, like, how, Lockwood was injured, and then other players had to step up, and they did. And it was successful for Michigan in their season, obviously making it to the Frozen Four and losing to Notre Dame. But they did good. It was fun to watch, being one of the student section leaders here for the Children of the Yost, sitting front row and always just coming to games, looking forward to it. Being here 60 minutes early to then sitting, just waiting to see Michigan step out on the ice and see what's going to bring. It's just exciting. It was an exciting last season. I really hope that Michigan can continue with that season and make this one a good one. Yeah. So far, it's still the beginning. Like I said, last year the beginning wasn't as strong as it could have been. What beginning is, though? But I don't know.
And now the question is asked, what year is this, I suppose, predating what will be communicated to Wisconsin at the Saturday night game night against Wisconsin. And it is Tiger Woods becoming the youngest golfer to win the Masters at 21. It is 1997.
The Lion King debuts on Broadway. That's still 97? You just knew right away from the Tiger Woods.
Indeed, Tiger Woods, of course, legendary golfer, won his first major at the age of 21 in the 1997 Masters tournament.
I like that you know right away. You're like 97. Like, okay,
Nick's
97.
Nick's got the years down.
Oh, Nick has this stuff down. There's no doubt in my mind that is a fact. Look and Nick was in fact right. If not that I doubted him, but 1997 is in big letters up on the big screen.
Well, it's the symbiotic relationship between me and the guy next to me for at my seat at the big house for this season. I get the years, he gets the attendance numbers right. The last 2 times, his name is Josh, nice guy. He has been able to guess within 100 2 weeks in a row.
We got 10 minutes left until the beginning of the second period. I'm excited. I'm excited to see, hopefully Michigan can step up a little bit since they are in the hole, down 1 goal. But, we still have two periods left. Anything can happen in this game. But definitely watching the game while you guys announced, I just noticed USA came to play. I could tell by when I looked at the highlights against Notre Dame. They come to play, even though they're younger than 90% of the guys that they play against when they play at the college level. They're not scared. They're not scared to go for the puck. They're not scared to do a fancy move and show the other team what they got. And I could see that just in the first period.
Indeed, the top line, the interplay between really Jack Hughes, Trevor Zegras, and Cole Caulfield, to a certain degree reminiscent of the Red Wings Russian line in the late 90s. Of course, really that entire Russian five with Sergei Fedorov, Igor Larionov, Slava Kozlov, Slava Kravtsov, and Vladimir Konstantinov, largely based on each other, all former Soviet players. Very strong on the puck, very graceful, and to a certain degree, Jack Hughes mirrors that to a large extent. Jack Hughes, of course, and correction, that fourth member whose name I fumbled a little bit was Slava Fetisov. And Jack Hughes, his skating ability on display here, an excellent player, very talented. He does need a little bit of work with his confidence with the stick while skating. However, that potential obviously there. Very understandable to see why he is the presumed number one pick overall.
Yeah, it was awesome to see him score that second goal. It was a great goal. It was the second one, right? Not the first.
Indeed, he scored the second on a wrap around Hayden Levine from the front.
Levine didn't look awake for the second or the third goal. Maybe just because they were both good shots.
Indeed, truly excellent shooting by the USA. That's why they are in that 3-2 lead, even though Michigan does have the shot advantage through one period, 11-10.
But this is the same thing that would happen with Vermont. Michigan, I mean, it's nowhere near as high score or high shots as Vermont, but like they're just shooting to shoot. They're not shooting to score. You shoot it, okay, you hit the center of the goalie's chest. You think what? The puck is going to go through a man? No, that's not how physics work. It's not. I don't know. I haven't seen many good shots, in my opinion, at least. Of course, Becker's 2 goals were great. He was right there in the right position at the right time. But other than that, I think the shots are kind of sloppy.
Indeed, Jack Becker well positioned both of those shots, both off of rebounds, which would perhaps be what you were talking about. Michael Pastioff at point blank range shoots straight at center mass Spencer
and
Knight.
that happened a couple times. It wasn't just Pastioff. It's been other members of the team, just not. I mean, it's hard. I get it. It's hard, but still, how many times can you shoot at the goalie's legs or chest before realizing maybe I should shoot somewhere else?
Indeed, it's something Michigan has played a lot of their chances largely on attempted redirects and rebounds. Of course, Becker stationed right off the goal, able to get 2. Not dissimilar to legendary Italian striker Filippo Inzaghi, because if Lucas is allowed to make basketball comparisons, I'm allowed to make soccer comparisons.
Well, if you're allowed to make soccer comparisons,
sports.
I'm allowed to make water polo comparisons.
You can.
I don't know much about water polo. That was just me talking some weird things,
But either way, a lot of play on the redirect, and that's how Quinn Hughes actually racked up a fair amount of assists last season. Well-placed passes, 2 players down low, like your Beckers or your Tony Calderones.
Yeah.
And that's something that Michigan had a lot of success with, despite, you can make the case, being associated with a high puck-moving team. A lot of their goals really came just on one pass on one pass and a redirect.
Yep. But obviously, I mean, it works for them. It's worked a little bit today. It's worked in the past. Maybe if they see that, they can continue doing that. I mean, obviously, as they do.
But the Michigan defense has got to find its footing. I mean, Quinn Hughes, he has the draft pick behind him. He has all the accolades behind him. And Saccone on that defense as well. I mean, that's a defense that should be pretty reliable.
Yeah.
And it simply put has not been reliable at all this year.
See, with comparing in sports, as we were just talking about, I think as much as Quinn Hughes is a defenseman, it's like he's kind of like a middle field in soccer, a midfielder. Is that what?
Exactly.
Because he's all over. I mean, he is essentially a defenseman, but he's up on the ice too, pushing the puck. Like, he's just there. So really, maybe that hasn't been helping us too much. I mean, he's successful sometimes, but Michigan has been getting caught when it's 2 USA and one Mace, or it's 3 USA and 1 Mace.
Indeed,
the proportions are not in Michigan's favor.
Indeed, that's something that's simply how Quinn Hughes plays. As you said, yes, Quinn Hughes ostensibly a defenseman, not dissimilar to Red Wings legend Nick Lidstrom.
Yes.
However,
I completely agree.
On the puck, largely acting as essentially an auxiliary deep lying forward, and it's something that in theory you accept because you're going to create so much more chances on offense if you have a reliable defenseman behind him. And as I said we said on the podcast, a lot of the onus is going to be on Joseph Ciccone because he is going to find himself in a lot of situations like that. And there are going to be nights like Vermont and a little bit like tonight where Quinn Hughes is going to fly forward and the chances are not going to necessarily open up, whether he just has an off night or a team game plans around him, which many will because of his talent. More often than not, he is going to be the most talented player on the ice this season.
Yeah.
And
against many teams.
And as a result, that's added responsibility on Ciccone, and that's how they played last year to a certain degree of success. But a lot of the success for Vermont, and less so tonight against Michigan, and really against the penalty kill, but to a certain degree, the what was at that point the second pair defense, Griffin Luce and Nick Boca, those two players receiving a straight promotion from third to second line after starting on the third line last season.
Luce was an assistant captain, right? And now
no, Sam Piazza was the alternating captain. It was
Sam Piazza.
It was Piazza and Luke Martin.
And Luke
in the second line.
Was it Luce? Maybe. I know there was a lot of them, and for some odd reason I thought it was him. But you probably are correct in saying that he was an assistant captain because, he doesn't have the A anymore. Why would he not continue that on through his next season?
Yeah, a little bit of a shuffling of the lines coming into this season. Of course, the defense returns a lot of their players from last season and adds new ones. Of course, we've seen of Jack Summers, Nick Blankenburg. Nick Blankenburg has really impressed this season so far.
I mean, the freshmen, they've come out and they've played, they've performed.
Indeed, the freshmen have not played poorly, but it's something that.
But there's still something missing.
It's something that I suppose a lot of people in Ann Arbor didn't really think about was that one defenseman they lost was Sam Piazza, who a lot of people were not huge fans of. However, Piazza was a reliable member of that second line to pair with Luke Martin.
Wait, why do you say that not a lot of people were huge fans of? I've never heard this.
A lot of people were of the opinion that Piazza, especially early in the season, that Piazza was holding Quinn Hughes back, which to a certain degree he was, because Hughes ultimately supplanted Piazza on the starting pairing, but Piazza was a reliable defenseman.
Yes, I agree. I think Piazza was a reliable defenseman, and he was reliable to the team and was good for them. I mean, that line, that was a great line. That was a great season. It was a great season. Indeed. It was a great way to start off my freshman year here at Michigan, just to watch them be successful. Of course, they had some losses every now and then, but what team doesn't? It was still amazing to watch them come from this, oh, you guys aren't going to be good, you guys are still going to be like the 16-17 team, to then making it to the Frozen Four.
Indeed, but unfortunately there was a little bit of a drop-off between the second and third lines for second and third pairing defensemen. The responsibility is so much different, and to a certain degree, Boca and Luce are born and bred traditional third-line defensive pairings, physical, fiery, not really contributing much on offense. However, they moved up to the second line, and to a certain degree, they were exploited against Vermont, both on the power play and at even strength. And they've been separated, and both of them individually have made strides in the exhibition games. And now, as the teams retake the ice, we'd like to remind you, you're listening to WCBN here on 88.3 FM Ann Arbor for the second period. Once again, my name is Nick Hornberg. Joining me alongside is Vanessa Litchard. Lucas Vargas will come back on later in the game. And we have 8.3 until 9 p.m. After that, you may still listen to the rest of the game on our YouTube live broadcast, youtube.com/WCBN Sports, as the teams retake the ice. And once again, both teams will put their top lines out there. A little bit unique, as Mel Pearson for the first against Vermont and against Waterloo, largely using his second line to start. However,
now we have Raby, though.
Indeed, a little bit of a change. Michael Pastioff not at that left wing to start. Rather, it's Dakota Raby. And the puck drop was Norris versus Jack Hughes, won by Norris. Though Ciccone loses possession to Hughes, and that's a quick goal for the USA.
Yeah, with 8 seconds into the third period. USA scores, making it 4-2.
Indeed, a bad giveaway right there for Saccone in the own zone. Right to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes playing a beautiful puck with a backhanded wrist pass over to, I believe that was Alex Vlasic.
Just watching the USA play, I now understand how Notre Dame lost 5-2. If USA played anyway how they're playing now, well, Hughes has the puck, skating down the ice. He's got it, passes the puck, misses by Lockwood. Puck is loose. It's up, it's up. All right. Hughes has it again. He's skating up the ice. Fumbles off of Thurn's gate. And that was a save by Knight.
And that's something that's been a little bit of a struggle thus far. That's something that really good skaters, such as Quinn Hughes and Will Lockwood, will struggle with. And Lucas and I saw that at the Red Wings game last night. Andreas Athanasiou, an amazing skater, however, his stick control not quite caught up to his skating
quickly,
ability.
How do you say his last name?
Athanasiou.
Happy to see you. That's all I think of when I hear it. Just wanted to make sure that I was hearing it right.
As a Red Wings fan, many are actually very happy to see him. And
puck drop, but not.
And face off there here in the left circle again. And it's won by Caulfield against Luke Morgan. And it falls to Caulfield. Caulfield tried to drive forward before losing the puck to Boca. Now Slaker will play it back to Jack Summers, who moves it over to Boca on the right. And Boca tries to play in Lambert, however, loses the puck. And
behind the net.
A little bit of a scrum behind the net, and it will fall to Michigan. Now to Caulfield, but Boca able to try and clear it. Case McCarthy trying to play in Caulfield, but Levine alert, and Jake Slaker able to repossess on the left side. Slaker just trying to get it out of the zone, gets put into the board by John Beecher, and the puck goes out of play. And
what was the call on that one?
Puck goes out of play.
Oh, sorry. It was like I wasn't just listening to what you said. I just thought I saw the ref's hand up. I was like, what just happened?
And a bit of
so many pucks have been flying. Be aware if you're in the audience tonight. There's been at least 6.
A very high-octane hockey game thus far.
Michigan wins the face-off.
And loose to Blankenberg to Becker. And Becker dumps it into the zone. Pastiev and Warren both going for it. Knocked away by Hellison. And it falls to Vlasic. Vlasic tries to play a cross-ice pass successfully to Owen Lindmark. Lindmark on the right side. Lindmark tries to play Rolston in the center. I'm surprised Rolston didn't break a stick right there. Slam that stick straight into the ice, and now Farrell loses a stick. It's knocked up in the air. Covers for it by putting Griffin loose into the boards, and now Blankenberg drives down. Becker on the right side. Becker dumps into the zone. Becker and Pastiev both giving chase. Hellison once again on hand to Vlasic. And now Lindmark again, this time coming down the left side. Lindmark has a little bit of space. Blankenberg marking him. Tries to take it himself, and now York looking for a shot. Through with a slap shot. Good save. No, it gets under.
Yep, and that's a goal for USA, and it is now 5-2, and I'm feeling all too familiar with this score since I watched the highlights against Notre Dame because I was shocked to see the United States pull through with the win. And now it is 5-2 here in Ann Arbor with Michigan 3 goals under. USA did not come to mess around tonight. It was a good goal. And
there it is, as Lucas called it at the top of the broadcast, Strauss-Mann will now come in to replace Hayden Levine. Hayden Levine, no doubt, a strong goalie for Michigan, however.
Strong goalie, but he hasn't been performing.
Prone to off nights, and
prone to off nights as everyone is.
As demonstrated at the end of last season to a certain degree on that goal and a few times against Vermont. Levine a little bit weak between the legs. He has been exploited through the 5-hole from time to time. And now Michigan now down 3 goals, less than 2 minutes into the second period. And now it will be Jake Gingell, his first appearance of the night. Tries to play a cross-ice pass, and that will be an icing. Tries to play Nolan Moyle from long distance, however, not able to connect. And now the face-off will be in the left circle. And we're seeing some new people on the ice. I think this is mostly freshmen. Yep, it's all freshmen besides Hughes. No, besides Pastiev. Is the goalie a freshman too? Strauss-Mann is a freshman. However, Christian Mike is not. Mike did not play last season. However, he is a junior. Oh, my bad. Mike takes it behind the net. Christian Mike looking up the ice. Mike to Van Wy, who ultimately loses possession to Moynihan, who Van Wy retakes the puck. And now it's Jack Randall coming down the left side. Randall has a little bit of space before ultimately losing it. And now Moyle driving between Thrun and York. And Gingell plays in Van Wy. Van Wy with the shot. Van Wy with a second shot. Randall able to repossess to Mike. And Gingell looking for the slap shot. Gingell plays it back to Mike. Mike plays it in for a redirect to Randall. Nothing going, and played back once again to Mike. Van Wy had 2 shots in quick succession, not able to convert either one, and Randall fighting with York over it before finally repossessed by USA. Gilden now dumped into the zone there by Danny Waite before Michigan able to repossess. Randall dumps it into the zone, tries to get Lockwood with a no-look pass, but caught by Case McCarthy, and Christian Mike will go behind the net and will try to take it up again. Mike with the center. Mike plays in Will Lockwood. Lockwood kicks it with the skate. Lockwood driving. Lockwood tries to cut inside, but has it knocked away by Case McCarthy. And a bit of a scrum there before ultimately now Quinn Hughes coming over. Quinn Hughes slips and falls to the ice. And another scrum behind the net before ultimately coming out, breaking out to the left to Zegras, who scored that 4th goal. And now another shot attempt there by Jack Hughes, but it blocked. And Quinn Hughes will take it on the other side. Quinn Hughes, cross-ice pass to Raby. Very good pass right there. Norris tries to cut up, and Raby will take it himself on the left. Raby tries to play back to Norris, and now Quinn Hughes in on goal, however, has it knocked away by Caulfield. And Caulfield plays it to McCarthy. Lockwood knocks it down. Quinn Hughes in the neutral zone. Quinn Hughes reverses, driving forward. Hughes on the left side. Hughes largely alone, but Norris across the ice. Quinn Hughes largely alone. Tries to play one into Warren behind him, and once again, another USA break. Jack Hughes to Zegras to Caulfield. Caulfield has it knocked away by Ciccone. Hellison with a long shot, however, attempted redirect off Zegras, not successful. And it will fall to Jimmy Lambert. And Lambert and Morgan driving up. Lambert on the right. Lambert tries a successful. Vlasic held his ground. And now Boldy in on the net by himself. Boldy and Summers goes down sliding in, knocks the net off its moorings. I don't know if he intended to do that, but either way, a bit of a fortunate break there for Michigan. Good recovery play by Summers to block off Beecher from Boldy to take away that centering pass, but Boldy's still in very strong position to score right there as the net is reset. And Luke Morgan will go against John Beecher in the faceoff the Wolverine zone in the left circle. And the faceoff scrum by the boards. And it will be Jack Summers. Summers will try to play it around to Brendan Warren. Warren tries to play it up. Now another scrum between Lambert and Hellison. For ultimately Boca giving chase, but Boldy right behind him. And it will be Caulfield versus Morgan. Caulfield lost his stick, and a penalty right there will be called. It appears, yes, that will be on Luke Morgan. Very likely a slash. And now Michigan's...
That's no good for Michigan. Another penalty.
The Michigan's penalty kill will come out yet again to try and kill off yet another penalty. They, in the first penalty kill situation of the game, they did give up a goal. However, the second time they were called a penalty, both sides were assessed a penalty. 2 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey. And now it will be Norris versus Jack Hughes. And drop one by Norris. However, Blankenberg unable to get a stick on it. And now Zegras trying to play it back. Now Norris has a potential break. Pursued by York. York falls down. Norris with the shot. Norris! Three. John Man short-handed break. Out trying to stop him. Norris gets it past Spencer Knight, who falls back trying to block that shot, and the net comes off its moorings. Michigan gets a goal back 5-3.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was a goal for sure since they both slid into the net at the end, and the puck seemed to bounce right back out. I was nervous I wasn't going to see the red buzzer go off, but I was excited when I did.
Indeed, the only people who saw that go in, Knight was well positioned. The only one who saw that go in just under his legs were the spectators in Yost Ice Arena behind that net.
Knight.
And the Yost Ice Arena here really filled out well since we mentioned the sparse crowd at the Gamecast. This stadium is now mostly full.
Face-off won by USA.
And now Hellison back to Through. Thrun on the left side. Thrun tries to play in with McCarthy. Now to Waite. Waite has the puck knocked away by Luce. And a bit of a scrum by the boards before it's played back to Thrun. Thrun cross ice to Hellison. Hellison with the shot blocked by Luce. And scrum at the boards. Puck knocked up in the air. And it will fall to Thrun yet again. Thrun tries to play in Farrell in the neutral zone. Plays Waite on the other side. Blankenberg loses sight of it. And USA comes straight back with a goal. They're back up 3, 6-3. A goal by number 12, Ryder Rolston, his second of the night, the Notre Dame commit from Birmingham, Michigan.
USA did not come to play around. I will continuously say that. They give up a goal to Michigan, and they come right back in less than a minute.
And now the second.
Now Michigan is still 3 in the hole, as they just were. It was a nice 30 for Michigan.
And a bit of a reconfigured second line there. Mike Pastiev dropping down to the second line to play with his brother Nick. And Michigan yet again wins the faceoff. Boca Summers on the left side. Summers looks to play a puck up before it's knocked away by Beecher. And USA will repossess Case McCarthy to Boldy. And puck dumped down into the zone. The USA zone, more accurately. Now McCarthy to Boldy, and once again dumped into the USA zone by Michael Pastiev, and a bit of a check right there. Pastiev falls onto the net, and the net play stops, and the net is in fact off one of its moorings. And
new for Michigan. Is changing up the lines over and over and over. He changed the goalie, but nothing really seems to be working too well.
And now Beecher. And it's won by Beecher. And Boldy will take it and sent down the ice by Boca. And now the pass played up, repossessed by Becker, and now Pastiev has a bit of a break. Now Nick Pastiev with a hat trick, saved by Knight. And it is repossessed now. Beecher coming down the center. Beecher against Boca. Boca knocks it away. Good defensive play there by Nick Boca. And Becker tries to play one into Michael Pastiev, however, behind him. Nick Pastiev fighting there with Case McCarthy. And big hit by Michael Pastiev on Jack Hughes. And now Nolan Moyle has a break, however, knocked away by Zegras. And now a scrum behind the net for the puck. Pastiev came in a minute ago on a crunching hit on Jack Hughes.
It was a good hit.
And NHL scouts everywhere cringed. Jack Summers tries to redirect, goes just over the net. Good targeting, though, and plays back behind the net. And no icing will be called. Jack Summers will try to play it back. However, Summers fans the pass, almost gives up a goal to Caulfield. And now Moyle, Jack Hughes just strips Moyle. And now York turns Olmsted. Now Thrun tries to play in Hughes, however, knocked away by Jack Summers. And Summers will dump it into the zone, and the Wolverines change defensive pairings. In comes the top, Ciccone and Quinn Hughes. Jack Hughes coming back down. Hughes plays in Zegras in the center. Back to Hughes on the right, however, pass too much for him to handle, and Michigan repossesses. Now Randall driving, has it stripped by Jack Hughes. Randall dumps it into the zone. Jack Hughes really been active on the forecheck, poking the puck away from offensive players. And now Randall is fighting, has it stripped by York. York to Thrun. Thrun plays it to Rolston. Rolston also potentially on a hat trick. Now Garrett Van Wy dumps it into the zone. Randall will give chase, but York will get there first. Randall puts York into the boards. And Van Wy fighting with Thrun for the puck. Van Wy able to take it. Van Wy pushed down by York. Tries to play a pass, however, has it stripped by Lindmark. And Farrell. Strauss-Mann able to repossess and take it back down. And it falls to Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes will come behind the net, looking for a play to develop. Now Van Wy. Van Wy takes it up to the right side. Van Wy goes out to the right, gets past Farrell, tries to get past Vlasic, ultimately just dumps it into the zone. And now
the puck is back up in Michigan center ice. So, nope.
And now Mann able to get it back out and repossess there. Hellison now Slaker coming just off the bench with the interception. Slaker, though, going a little bit the wrong way. Back to Christian Mike, who will dump it up to Slaker. Good puck control by Slaker. Gingell fighting with Lindmark for it. And now Jimmy Lambert will play it to Luke Morgan. Luke Morgan trying to play Slaker in. However, Hellison in good position there for USA. And now Jimmy Lambert has it knocked back up to Christian Mike. Mike will dump it in to Lambert again behind the net now to Morgan. Morgan tries to play Slaker in just inside, a bit like Becker, however, on the other side. And it's played and repossessed by the USA. And now Farrell driving down the right side. And Farrell just gives it away to Gingell. To Mike on the right side. Mike, strong pass there to Lambert. Lambert, however, heavy touch. And it falls to Waite. Waite to Moynihan. Moynihan to Waite. Waite looking for the center puck. Waite tries to play a wrap shot. However, man in good position covers it up.
Strassman has the save.
And now halfway through the second period, score is USA 6, Michigan 3. And now
it's going to be a high-scoring hockey game.
Good old hockey game at Yost Ice Arena. Now effectively halfway through this game, and 9 goals have been scored by the two teams combined. Very high-octane, high-flying hockey game. Very entertaining, unless, of course, you are a Michigan fan whose entertainment value is dependent on the results.
On the result of the game, and it is not very entertaining so far. But no matter what, it is a good old hockey game as the song plays in the background.
If anything, if this result holds, Michigan has a lot to take away from this game, particularly on the defensive end. Really struggling here.
Really struggling, as they did against Vermont and as they semi-did against Waterloo.
Indeed, of course. College hockey not always held in the highest regard. However, Michigan conceding 4 goals against that team.
Made them look better than they were.
And now it will be Norris versus Beecher. And the puck drops one by Norris. And sent down the ice by Summers. And now Raby will try and take it himself, but knocked away by Boldy. And Boca will drive for it. Boca able to dump it back into the zone now to McCarthy. Tries to play in Caulfield. And now Boca will possess behind the net. Boca double marked, tries to play it back, but Marshall Warren intercepts. And Marshall Warren takes an open ice hit from Dakota Raby, and Warren down, throws his glove off. That might be a wrist.
No, I think his glove was thrown off by Raby.
Correction, that's something on his, appears to be his left leg, I suppose in hockey speak, it would simply be a lower body injury.
In hockey speak. Don't get too crazy with your hockey slang, Nick.
And no penalty, it appears, will be called.
But definitely a stop on the play as he needed to be taken off the ice.
Marshall Warren spent sprawling there by Dakota Raby. Raby, not the biggest of players, not known for delivering vicious hits. And even that one didn't appear to be too hard and malicious, however. It appeared more just a consequence of luck. Raby may have put his may have put a hip check in there, but missed and just caught Warren on the knee.
Yep, it looked like a hard hit. It was a good hit, though. No penalty is always a good thing because it means it's legal. But, never good to, in my opinion, never good to really knock the player down and him not to get back up.
And Warren still there, getting a little bit of attention. Play will stop. And the referees standing around deciding what to do. They may even decide retroactively to call a penalty on Dakota Raby. Dakota Raby skates over to the referee.
Doesn't look like there's a penalty.
And Raby will not go to the box. Referees have decided no penalty. The hit was clean. And it will be a face-off in the USA zone in the left circle. And it looks like it will be Josh Norris against Jack Hughes, the top line centers. Norris been very strong on the face-off tonight, and right on cue, won by Jack Hughes. And York has to play a puck up, knocked down by Saccone. Surprised he didn't get called for a high stick there. And now Zegras drives. Zegras is going to have a chance. Tries to play a backhand pass back to Jack Hughes, but not able to collect it. Hughes once again with another steal. Now Raby tries to play in Lockwood from a no-look pass, but Jack Hughes once again in good position. Hughes drives to Zegras. Zegras to Caulfield. Caulfield with a shot from distance. Hughes attempting the redirect, but man standing strong in the goal. And played all the way back to York. York forechecked by Lockwood. And Thrun will look to play it up in the neutral zone to Zegras. Zegras to Caulfield, who just dumps it into the zone. Man plays it the other way. Now to Becker. Jack Becker turns and looks forward. Becker tries to play one out to Quinn Hughes. However, line change called for. Hughes does not go for it. Hellison to Vlasic. And now Rolston gets the pass intercepted by Blankenberg. Blankenberg tries to play a pass deflected by Rolston. And now it once again falls to the USA. It will be Rolston. Rolston coming to the left side. He's got Farrell inside. Shot from distance. Good catch by Mann. Covers up the puck. Clutches it to his chest. Now 8 minutes left. 6-3 USA. Another stoppage of play.
Strasman's actually came in and he had to shake off the cobwebs a little bit, obviously, from being on the bench for a period and a half. But he's doing pretty good. I'm excited for him and for Michigan, hopefully. Levine wasn't an essential aspect to Michigan not being successful right now, but he wasn't adding to it.
And now it will be Morgan versus John Beecher, won by Beecher. And Hellison will try a shot from distance before blocked in traffic. And Caulfield tries to play a center puck. Slaker takes it, and now Jimmy Lambert will have the opportunity to break, but good positioning by Hellison, who's able to repossess and send it back up, and it falls to Boldy. And Boldy will cut up the right. He's got Vlasic behind him, tries to center to Caulfield, but Caulfield not home. Lambert tempting fate there with a potential hook, but no penalty called. Boca tries to play it down to Slaker, and now it falls to Lambert, but referee blows the whistle. It appears to have gone out of play. That is that appears to be the judgment that was issued.
Was that another out of puck?
Indeed. However, this time it did not go into the stands, so
yeah,
may have hit off the top.
I thought that would be number 8. I was like, I've never been to a hockey game with 8 pucks to the audience.
And now won by Michigan, slung all the way across. Slaker driving for it. Case McCarthy will get there first. And Lambert on the forecheck deflects the puck. However, ultimately it does fall to Moynihan. And McCarthy will take it. McCarthy driving 4 Michigan players around him. And Summers hits the deck, as does Moynihan, as the puck is sent back down the ice. Van Wy driving for it, but once again, Thrun in good position to retrieve it and continue the possession. Van Wy takes a hit from Gilden. And Gingell tries to play a puck up, but ultimately lost it to Gilden. Danny Waite plays it back to Case McCarthy. McCarthy sends it down. Sends it all the way around, actually. Now Gilden gets put into the boards by Gingell. Big hit there by the young defenseman. And Mike looks to send it back up. Slaker attempting to dump it back into the USA zone, but unsuccessful. US standing strong, keeping the puck in the zone. Mike, Gingell, and Gilden all fighting for the puck. Now all of them fighting for the puck. Slaker charges in shoulder first. That's going to be a penalty. And a little bit of fighting has broken out here. Van Wy, that correction, Gingell is on top of Danny Waite. Jake Slaker very well could be facing a game misconduct right there, charging into that pile, leading with his shoulder.
Yeah, I don't understand how he thought that was a good decision.
Gilden is still on a knee. Jake Slaker will not go to the locker room for now. He will go to the box, however. I would say it's
5 minutes.
I would say likely he will be assessed a 5-minute major for boarding.
Yeah. No, 2 minutes. 2 minutes for what? Rough, like, what are you calling that? Roughing?
Roughing is conceivable, but we shall find out soon enough. But now Michigan's penalty kill will go back out there.
We'll go back, and that is, I think, what? The USA has scored twice.
Yes, twice off the power play. And Jack Hughes versus Josh Norris. The penalty is to Jake Slaker for charging. And, well, I can't really describe what he did any more accurately than saying that he charged. So
it explains the charging call.
And York to Jack Hughes. Hughes tries to play a puck across the ice to Zegras, however. Good positioning by Josh Norris deflects the puck away. And Boldy turns Lockwood. Now to Zegras. Zegras centers it to Hughes. Hughes with a shot. Good save there by Mann. Once again, catching the puck and clutching it straight to his chest. Strauss-Mann really much more confident so far this game against far superior opposition last week against Waterloo.
Yes, I agree. I completely agree. And it's good to see that confidence. It's good when the goalie's confidence, when the goalie is feeling good, it helps the whole team.
And now it will be Luke Morgan against Jack Hughes. And puck drops in the left circle, won by Morgan. Michigan, largely speaking, somewhat fairly successful on the faceoffs thus far tonight, especially against the center as touted as Jack Hughes.
Hughes has done well too, though. And
now Brendan Warren on the forecheck almost gets the puck away from York behind the net, however. Good recovery. Now Jack Hughes charging up, places it up to Zegras on the right. Zegras bolding. Now Jack Hughes tries to center it to York through his legs. And Boldy will take it back into the neutral zone. Boldy now to York. 1 minute left in this power play. And loose puck in the center. Hughes in center. Hughes with the shot. Good save by Mann. Michigan unable to get clear, though. And now York looking for a shot. Wide right. And now Zegras play it back to York. York may try again. Now to Hughes at the circle. Now York. York may try again. Now to Zegras on the right circle. And Boldy tries to wrap it around before Boca ultimately repossesses. Boca struggling to get it clear once again. And now it falls to Morgan. Morgan able to launch it all the way down. And really their first time Michigan able to clear lines. And a penalty called. Too many men on the ice, it appears. And it will be, looks like it will be Trevor Zegras who will serve this penalty for the U.S.
The children of Yost getting rowdy with their Sia chant as Zegras enters the penalty box, and it is now even out on the ice with Michigan about to have the advantage after this penalty ends in 32 seconds.
Slaker indeed comes out of the box for after 32 seconds, and then after that it will be a minute and a half power play for Michigan, and it will be Van Wy versus Farrell.
And I think this is the first power play that the United States has given up to Michigan.
This would be correct. Now Blankenberg has it in the zone, however, loses it. Now Rolston has a drive, however, knocked up in the air by Luce. Van Wy potentially has the opportunity to break, but good position by Helliston. Van Wy with a little bit of a stumble. Now Blankenberg driving forward. Blankenberg tries for the shot. Good play by Helliston to block it away. Raby plays it back to Luce. Luce with the shot. Not very strong. He may have been going for the redirect to Van Wy, but ultimately launched it straight at Spencer Knight. Knight with the cover-up.
That kind of shot that what I've been talking about. Not really going anywhere.
And now a little bit of a stoppage of play. Jake Slaker, 7 more seconds in the box. After that, 1 minute, 28 seconds of power play. And Marshall Warren, who took that hit from Dakota Raby earlier and has not seen the ice since, will go to the locker room. It appears his day may be done, or at least his second period is done. Bit unfortunate to happen to him in an exhibition game.
That is rough, especially so early in the season. Hopefully, I think it'll be okay, though.
Indeed, he did not appear to be
too injured. It wasn't, when they're injured enough, they can't get up, and that's when it's worrisome.
But I suppose sometimes hockey, it can be a little bit illusory. As we said at the top, Joe Thornton once played a whole playoff series on a torn ACL, an injury that would debilitate pretty much any other athlete, any other sport.
Yeah, hockey, I mean, hockey is a tough sport. I would argue it's almost as tough as football, but not as dangerous as football. But you have to be tough to play these kind of sports, especially hockey. You got to have a tough mentality. I've seen in the NHL players get hit in the face with the puck, and they still play. Players lose teeth, players be bleeding, and they'll still continue to play.
And now
got the face-off.
Norris versus Beecher, won by Norris, however. Hughes unable to secure it. Now it's Beecher. And now Michigan returning to full strength. Michigan will now have a minute, 25 seconds of power play. And Quinn Hughes behind the net. Hughes plays it back to Ciccone. Ciccone comes forward. Ciccone eyes Lockwood on the right. Ciccone ultimately plays it back to Norris, then to Hughes. Hughes looks to come into the zone. Hughes cuts into the zone. plays it back to Lockwood. A little bit of a deflection. Lockwood to Norris to Hughes. Hughes cutting to the left, looking. Now Norris with the shot.
Deflected off of our own, or Michigan own.
Deflected off of Castillo before ultimately played back. Nobody able to secure it. It will go back into the zone. They will be able to change lines. Jack Hughes out there on the penalty kill. A little under a minute left in this power play for Michigan. Now Saccone to Lockwood on the right. Lockwood tries to play in. Pastujov, however, offside called. There will be a face-off in the neutral zone. Under 4 minutes to go in the second period. USA up 6-3. And just to remind you again, for the last time, you are listening here to 88.3 WCBN FM Ann Arbor. It is just about 9 o'clock, which means we will unfortunately be taken off the airwaves here on FM. If you still want to listen to the rest of the game,
make sure you go to YouTube.
You may go to youtube.com, WCBN Sports. We are broadcasting live. You will hear the exact same broadcast. So those of you listening to FM, thank you very much. And if you can't join us for the rest of the game, have a great night. And now with 3.5 minutes left in this second period, and now it will be possessed by USA. Lindmark tries to dump it in the zone. Lindmark chasing after it himself, quadruple marked. Hughes able to repossess. Now Hughes coming the other way. Now plays it back to Lockwood in the neutral zone. Lockwood looks to drive it in to the attacking zone. Lockwood eyes past you, but ultimately plays it back to Saccone. Now to Norris in the circle. Hughes faking the shot. Hughes plays it out to Saccone. Saccone tries to play in Pastujov, but Michael Pastujov not there. Quinn Hughes in the circle. And now USA returns to full strength. Saccone in the circle tries to play a center puck to Pastujov. Pastujov didn't really see it. And puck launched over. Play stops. A little bit unsure of why. Stoppage of play right there.
I guess it's a good opportunity to give both teams a line change. The players were looking a little tired.
Now under 3 minutes in the second period. USA still up 6-3. And now face-off in the neutral zone. Pastujov versus Beecher. Won by Pastujov. Now Jack Summers. Summers with a long shot into Knight. Knight just grabs it and holds it.
The shots are 19-18 in USA's favor. It's a closer game than I thought. I thought that USA had more shots. It's kind of funny looking at it and seeing that it is 6-3, even though we are so close in shots, both teams.
Indeed, Pastujov versus Lindmark in the left circle of the USA zone. And this time it's won by Lindmark. Thrun will string it around to Farrell. Farrell charges into the attacking zone himself. Farrell plays it back to Thrun, almost caught offside right there. And trying to play a center puck. Man in good position, saves a long-range shot from York. And Farrell plays it back, just keeps it onside. Olmstead able to take it down. Olmstead plays it back into the neutral zone, but Thrun able to repossess. Now Lindmark goes into the zone. Tries to play in Moynihan, but ultimately loses it. Now Olmstead charging down the left flank. Olmstead tries to play in Pastujov. Pastujov, however, behind him. And another puck launched all the way down, and Jack Summers will possess it for the Wolverines. Summers plays it into the neutral zone before ultimately it gets past. No icing will be called. It goes all the way around up on the rail. And Morgan will play it back now to Moyle, to Luce, to Blankenberg at the blue line. Blankenberg tries to string it around. Blankenberg ultimately gets thrown into the boards by York. And now it will be Boldy, who's pushed into the boards by Randall and Moyle before it's ultimately broken out. And it falls to Morgan, and now Moyle in on goal.
Nope.
Had a shot and then a rebound, however, both on his backhand, not able to get a whole lot of power behind it, covered up by Knight. Now a minute and a half left in the second period.
And the shots are 19-19 now, with Michigan still down 3.
Indeed. Now, face off right circle. It will be Jake Slaker. Michigan did not have a true center out there right now. Slaker against Jack Hughes, won by Jack Hughes. Now Vlasic loses the puck to Lambert. Jimmy Lambert looks to play in Brendan Warren, however, ultimately just dumps it into the zone. And scrum for the puck. Now Lambert repossesses. Lambert with a bit of a desperate shot right there, straight at Spencer Knight's center mass. Knight once again just does the smart thing and covers it up.
You know, he's been playing pretty well. We got to give him credit.
Indeed, Spencer Knight.
I mean, this whole team, though, is full of astounding players who I think only 2 of them are not committed to somewhere else. They're doing great. 18U USA team really has it going on.
And now Slaker will once again line up at the faceoff against John Beecher. This time won by Beecher. Slaker showing that he's not really a center. Boldy put into the boards by Lambert. And now it falls to Boldy with 1 minute left in this period. Now repossessed by Michigan. Lambert and Slaker have the opportunity to break. Slaker to Lambert on the right. Lambert tries to play Slaker in, however, too far past him. Warren, good move, tries to play it around. Lambert tries to play it back to Slaker before ultimately falling to Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes, scrum for the puck at the boards. Puck pops up in the air. Now finally to Brendan Warren. Warren tries to play in. Lambert, however, loses it to Boldy. Boldy coming down the left side. Boldy has it deflected off Slaker and out of play.
Lots of deflections this game.
And now 30 seconds left in the second period. Michigan still down 3 goals, 6-3.
I'm interested to see what will happen in the third period because I can't really guess at this point.
And now it will be Jack Hughes back in against Josh Norris. And now Summers and now to Boca. Boca will try to play it up to Raby. Gets past Raby. Raby getting a lot of minutes with the top line. And now Jack Hughes plays it through his own legs. Now Lockwood able to repossess. Lockwood breaking. Lockwood tries to play Raby in the center, but too far ahead of him. And now Jack Hughes will have the opportunity to break. However, he does not have numbers. Hughes tries to play it, but Lockwood knocks it away. Hughes ends up on the ice. And Raby tries to play it up, but Case McCarthy intercepts. And now the second period ends. Both teams go to the locker room. Going into this final period, Michigan down 3 goals against the under-18 USA developmental team, 6-3. And
now we got that 15-minute period. I think Michigan will have the same talk as they did the first period, the end of the first period in the locker room, talking about how they need to play a little stronger. They're still falling to the United States. They just have to change something. Now we have Strausman in that, and he's been a little better than Levine, but still, something is not going right for Michigan.
Indeed, and once again, and something that they're really going to have to address in this third period, and something they're going to have to address for the coming season, that being the defense and the goalie situation. Hayden Levine will still likely be fine for the season, but it's something to look at. And now that we're off air, we are going to take a short 15-minute break until the third period commences, and you will listen to Lucas Vargas and Vanessa Litchard once again in the upcoming third period. Thank you very much for listening, and we hope you stay tuned. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Welcome back to Yost Ice Arena. My name is Lucas Vargas. Joined alongside me is Vanessa Litchard, and we are here for the third period of the Michigan hockey game. The Wolverines currently trail 6-3 to the USA Under-18 development team. Team USA has definitely come out with a higher intensity, I would say.
Yeah, I was just talking to my friend about the game, and he was talking about how the USA came with this intensity because they're playing a college level team, or Michigan, you know. But like, I think they always have this intensity from what it looks like, no matter if they're playing Notre Dame, Michigan, or a team in the USHL.
Certainly good to see the talent up and coming in the United States. These, of course, some of the best young kids in the country, and most of them
are Boston College, Boston University.
Yep, I was definitely going to say that. A lot of Boston kids, Boston University, Boston College, Harvard.
Why are you going to Boston?
Seem to be the majority.
The Big Ten.
Very popular to go out there. One Michigan commit on the team, John Beecher, and a couple Wisconsin kids as well. The third period will be about ready to get started here, as Jack Hughes will step onto the Michigan logo. Josh Norris will face off against him. The puck is won by Michigan out to Ciccone, along to Hughes. And Hughes will bring it up, pressured by his brother, Jack Hughes. Will Lockwood now up the ice. Quinn tries to handle it, and Lockwood is not able to get a good piece on it, and Team USA will take control, go in the other direction.
Down the ice, Michigan has it. Hughes has the puck now. He's skating, and he makes it to the USA side. He still has the puck, does a little bounce off the board, and he gets the puck. Oh, missed by Norris, but Michigan still has the puck. Raby in the corner. Nice pass back to Norris. Norris shoots, and it is saved by Knight. Almost a 5-hole shot, almost a 5-hole goal, but successfully saved by the USA goalie.
Spencer Knight done a pretty nice job all night at stopping the Michigan
all
offense.
All night, he's done a good night that night. I don't know, that didn't really make sense, but
good stuff for the young goalie. But the USA defense, all in all, has been pretty solid, only allowing 21 shots. And 2 of the goals that Michigan has scored have been off deflections. So with that, Team USA will win the faceoff. Currently wrestled, but Becker comes out with it, and he is unable to get it past Knight. Knight with a save, and Team USA will retain possession. Boldy tries to flick it along the boards. Still kept in the Team USA zone.
There's a stick on the ice.
Pastuhov will be applying pressure. The USA finally able to emerge with it. 2-on-2 going the other direction. Beecher gets a shot on Strauss-Mann. Strauss-Mann able to flick it away.
Vlasic had a shot blocked by Strauss-Mann.
And McCarthy flicks it into the corner. Going to be pressured, but eventually Michigan comes out with it. It's going to be Pastuhov getting it out of the zone. Both the Pastuhov brothers kind of playing back and forth with it. USA now has it back in their zone, going the other direction.
Vlasic has the puck, and he falls. Ice is slippery, so that happens. York with the puck, and he ices it to Von Tossman, Michigan, Lambert. Lambert passes it to York on USA. Oh, and now Morgan has the puck. The red-shirted sophomore, he shoots and deflected by Knight. Slaker back loose, shoots it. I don't know to where, but there's a rumble in the corner, and Morgan comes out victorious. Nope, nope. Blankenberg struggled for the puck, and the puck is still loose out in the center ice. USA has it now with Farrell to Thorne. Back to Thorne. Behind Michigan's net. Now Michigan has the puck. Back to USA. McCarthy shoots. Blocked by Strauss-Mann. Now we have Ciccone with the puck back to Lambert. The hard pass from Lambert. I don't know where it was going, but Michigan still has the puck. Shot on that and a save by Knight. USA has it. Nope, back to Michigan. Moyle. Oh, Warren had a shot, but he misses the net barely, leaving it to go outside a little bit. And now USA is back with the puck in their zone, bringing it up the ice to Gilden. And there's a fumble in the corner. Back to Michigan. Moyle passes it to no one. Warren has the puck. Back to Moyle. The line change as Michigan throws it down the ice. And it is United States puck. DeGrasse is taking it up the ice. Oh, looks for the backwards pass, but fails for someone to be there. Now Michigan has the puck. Hughes shoots it back to the back of the United States goalie. Now Lockwood shoots high right, misses the net. United States puck. We got Hughes, Jack Hughes with the ice, and he falls. Oh, potential shot from the United States, but it is blocked by Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes has the puck. He's getting out of Michigan's zone, back to the United States zone. Oh, he tries to deke York, but he fails. Back to Norris. Norris to Hughes. There's a penalty on the play. Back to Lockwood. Michigan's going to hang on to this puck for as long as they can. Hughes. Oh. Zacconi. It's Michigan's top line. They're looking to score. Can they score? Raby. Hughes. Fumbles around with the puck, and Hughes gives it up. Getting that United States penalty. Player in the box. Who was the penalty on?
It's like penalty is going to be coming down on
Hughes.
Jack Hughes. So Jack Hughes will be off the ice. So that's a win for Michigan in itself. Additionally, they get to go on the power play, which is relatively solid for the Wolverines.
Let's see if the Wolverines can actually do something with this power play advantage.
And Quinn caught in kind of that no man's land when they had the extra man on the ice, but
now it's all right. Michigan, well, it looks like Michigan won the face-off, but now the puck is loose. Slaker has it, and he shoots it up the ice. Oh, open, nope. Michigan tries to score, but fails. Got passed off. And now we have number 14, Caulfield. Oh, he had the puck, but he lost it to passed off. Back up the ice to other passed off. Oh, no, it's Boca. Boca has the puck, but he loses it behind him to Beecher. Oh, it was almost a goal. It was close. Oh, it's almost another goal on Michigan.
A good effort by Team USA. That's number 18, Patrick Moynihan, almost getting the wraparound goal, but Strauss-Mann does a really nice job extending the pad, making a save. Michigan's got to make something out of this power play. It looks like Team USA has been in control, still shorthanded.
Got the face-off. USA's puck. Vlasic has it. Kind of just shoots it up, and now it is unclear who is in possession, but is fumble behind the net. Looks like 3 Michigans against 1 U.S. That's number 22, Lindmark. Oh, open shot. Oh, I think that hit the post. I don't know. But Vlasic had a shot, and he missed. And now the puck is in U.S.'s favor. They shoot it up, though. Michigan now has the puck. Zacconi passes it away. Back to Norris. Norris has the puck. He's looking to do something with it. Hughes has the puck, and he's being guarded hard by Lindmark. Norris has the puck. Back to Hughes. To Lockwood. They're coming in on the far right. Looking to score. Zacconi has the puck. And it's back to Hughes. Back to Zacconi for the slap shot. The slap shot was weak, and the stick is broken. Hughes has the puck. They're looking to score. They are on the power play. They need a goal right now. And United States puts it back behind the Michigan net. Zacconi has the puck now from Strausman. And the United States is now back into full strength, making this a 5-on-5. Michigan has the puck. Morgan skates up the ice, kind of gets in a tangle in the corner. We're waiting, and now United States has the puck. Farrell to Helson. Blankenberg, a new freshman, falls. Ice is slippery, continues, and Jack Hughes falls. The United States has the puck. They are skating up the ice, and they pass it. The pass is wide and ends in Michigan's favor. But doesn't look like any team is really not looking to get a fumble. But Michigan now has the puck again. Moyle gets checked. That's Warren. Nope. Back to the United States. Number 8 from the U.S., Gilden, is taking it up the ice to Hughes for a slap shot. And good save by men. And Jack Hughes is with the puck again. Slow and steady, looking to bring it up the ice and successfully get another goal. Number 24 on the United States, McCarthy has the puck. Back to McCarthy. There's a rumble in the side. Oh, and it ends up being Michigan's puck, but I believe that was out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like it was deflected out of play into the Team USA zone. Straussman has made a couple very, very nice saves.
Yeah, I'm impressed by what I'm seeing so far with him because I was unable to go to the Waterloo game and I only watched the highlights, but now seeing it in person, it's like, wow.
He's had some up and down moments.
But yeah.
Some up and down moments in his short sample size so far, but definitely some nice saves to start the third period here. Team USA here at 11:21 left in the third period, up 6-3. Could easily have this at an 8-3 lead right now.
I know that anything is potential right now with 11 minutes left in the third period. I'm wondering who will score next. It doesn't look like anyone who's really ready to score by how many just shooting the puck to shoot the pucks are happening on both teams. But hopefully one of the two teams can step up and we can get another goal for Yost Ice Arena tonight.
Yeah, the Wolverines need to get that sense of urgency going right now. Running out of time. Said only 11:21 left in this game. Got to start picking up the pace, picking up the pressure because 3 goals, that's a lot to do.
It is a lot to do in little time, yep. And so it looks like for the United States, White is in the face-off. We'll see who's there. We got, what's his name?
It's going to be Waite versus Van Wy.
Van Wy, yep. And it's Michigan's puck. Oh, falls. Oh, that could have been bad. He just fell in front of the net, almost fumbling it into the net. And it's going up the ice. Olmsted lost the puck. Zacconi's trying to get it back. Randall now has it for Michigan. Olmsted and Van Wy are skating. They lost it. Hughes has the puck now. Looking to do something with it. Back to Zacconi. Zacconi to Randall. Randall to... Oh. Back to Randall. Van Wy? Oh. And Jack Hughes has the puck. He's looking to pass to someone, but no one was there for the behind the back. And here we got Norris. Norris to Raby. Raby fumbles in front of the net and is unable to score, so it is behind the net now. He is fighting against number 7 on the USA, Vlasic. Hughes has the puck. Jack Hughes for the United States, looking to score, Vlasic, nope. Back to Hughes. The puck is in the center. No one's getting it. Oh, and that's Strausman covering up the puck with a nice save. Though all not too hard of a shot.
Yes, I mean, Team USA still continues to dominate the puck possession, and they're still getting looks at the net, which is, at this stage in the game.
Both teams kind of look slow.
Yeah, both teams definitely look slow. Team USA is very complacent with the lead that they have at 3 goals. So they're in no rush at all, but they can put any pressure on the net at all, they will take it.
Now the play has started.
Delayed penalty.
The ref's hand is up, meaning someone's going to the box whether they like it or not.
Like there will be a penalty on Team USA.
And that's another power play option for Michigan. Will they be successful in getting a goal during this power play, like the USA did against them twice.
Michigan needs to take advantage of this opportunity. This is with about 10 minutes left in this hockey game. This is really their best chance to score in quite a bit. Like Mel Pearson is going to take this opportunity to call timeout and draw some sort of play up with the face-off in the Team USA zone.
Definitely Michigan. Pearson is talking to them, telling them to do something different. Again, it's the same. They need this difference. They need something more than what they're doing in order to be successful in this game. And not only this game, but their season. Their season as a whole. You can't play like this against Penn State. You can definitely not play like this against Ohio State or Notre Dame. And the Big Ten, it's a very competitive league. So Michigan needs to step it up if they continue how they've been playing against Waterloo, against Vermont, against now the USA. Then I guess we'll see how their season goes.
No doubt the Big Ten about as competitive as it gets. You saw that with 3 Frozen Four teams a season ago. Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Michigan all in the field.
U.S. looks like they won the face-off, and they slap it up the ice to get it out of their zone since they are down a man. And Strassman kind of just shoots the puck against the boards, hoping that someone will get it. And Boca successfully got the puck. Boca's looking for something up the ice. Passed off. Passel kind of just throws it. Knight had the puck, but he threw it as well. It's in the corner. I don't know what their intention was there, but the puck is now on Michigan's side, and no one really went. It looks like they're playing tired. Both teams look like they're playing tired. Boca now has the puck. He's skating it up the ice. No one's really open. I think he's trying to do it himself, and he failed. It was 1 versus 3, and the shot tonight was weak. But I guess a shot's a shot.
Yeah, Michigan still not really getting a look that they desire on the offensive power play. In fact, an incomplete pass sends it back into their zone. Team USA's killed a substantial amount of time already on this power play.
With 9 minutes left, Hughes now has the puck with the Michigan one face-off. They're looking to score. They need to score at this point. They're down 3. And now Zacconi to Hughes, slap shot deflected off of what looked like Knight's pads or someone's stick. Kind of unsure. Slaker, oh no, not Slaker. Lockwood, excuse me. To Hughes. Another shot, but it's high and misses the net. Now Hughes is chasing the puck down the ice. Strassman helps him out a little bit, and he's turning around and going for it. Hughes can really take it up the ice, and now he gave it to Pastoff, who fumbles the puck and hands it over to a USA player, number 17, Beecher. Beecher still has the puck. He knows he can because they're trying to kill the penalty. And this is what I call playing smart. And the puck almost goes out of bounds. One of the United States players sends it into his own bench. And they're laughing about it a little bit.
Yeah, make sure the players are still awake and watching the game.
I mean,
turned into a little bit of a snoozer here in the third period.
It has turned into a snoozer. This whole time, the intermission show of toddlers versus each other was a little more interesting. And looks like USA won the face-off. It's all the way down to Michigan side of the ice. We got Luce. Luce has the puck. They're looking to score again. They have 8 seconds left. They could really use this goal. But nope. Back to behind Michigan's net, and it looks like this power play is over, and United States returns to full strength. Got the fumble, or a little rumble. Oh, and it's the United States puck with number 13 coming out, Victorious Caulfield. Puck behind Michigan's net. Michigan still has the puck. Up the ice, Martin tries to go to what looks like Mole, but he is unsuccessful. It is York who has the puck for the United States. Luce gets it somehow off of a bad pass by York. Lots of turnovers here today in the third period, folks.
They're very sloppy.
Very sloppy. It is hard to call. But Morgan had the puck. He kind of threw it up the ice. Is now behind the United States net. York had a good hit. And there is a shot, but it is deflected off of Knight's pad. United States now has the puck. And they're moving it up the ice. That's to number 13, Caulfield. No one, it's back and forth with Michigan and the United States. Now, no good shots are being put up, and not a lot is happening. Seems like everyone is tired. It is back behind Michigan's net, and it is an icing on the play.
Yeah, this period's really ticked by fast. Not a lot of stoppages in play at all.
At all. It's just back and forth with a bunch of turnovers. The players look tired on both teams. I would say most noticeably Michigan.
Well, Team USA got their work done early, scoring 6 goals. And so they, and for younger guys, it also makes more sense to skate with a college team for an entire game. But to be tired with Michigan, this should be where they're digging deep and trying to find another level.
They're losing to 18-year-olds. Anyway, United States has the puck, but it's a turn. Oh, nope. Oh, almost a goal by number 9 on the U.S. Boldy, but he just missed the net. Now it's back in the United States zone. Michigan looks to have the puck, but there is a ruffle in the corner. It's still uncertain whose puck this is, and it turns out the United States number 22, Lindmark, is the victor. Back to Michigan, though. Hughes has the puck. He's skating back to the United States goalie. Little deke right there. The crowd cheers. I think it's the most interesting thing they've seen all third period. Zacconi has the puck, and he loses it, and it is up towards Michigan's net with Strasman coming out, but not stopping the puck because it's slowed down in front of him. Hughes now has the puck. Hughes passes it to nowhere. Lindmark, Zacconi, again, it's unclear to who these passes are going to from everyone. But now the United States has the puck, and they just threw it up the ice. It's a continuous cycle. I think they're trying to do this because they know they're winning. Loose just fell. Slid into the boards. There might have been a bump in the ice or something. It is now in Michigan zone with the United States in possession of the puck. A wide pass against the boards. Michigan has the puck now. Morgan up the ice. Blocked by 2 USA players. Number 4, Helson, now has the puck with number 9. They're looking to score. Boldy and Helson. Back to York, who's there to grab it. Hughes is out there too. This is a good USA line. And they know it. Number 14, Caulfield, loses the puck. Oh, but nope, they do not get it back. It is Michigan's puck now as number 3 on the United States, Thurn, hustles to get the puck. Jack Hughes has the puck now. Back to Farrell. And now it's Michigan's puck as Farrell lost it against the boards. Norris tries to do something fancy and fails. It is back to Michigan's side where Michigan is goaltending. And Boca has the puck. He looks to pass it. He successfully passes it to Slaker. But Slaker fumbles the puck more, and it is now United States back to Michigan. Michigan keeps going behind the United States net. Vlasic is looking to do something with it. He passes it to number 24, Case McCarthy, excuse me. And now Michigan is bringing it back down, and it is intercepted again by United States. This is a slow game here, folks. Bunch of passes, not many shots. There's a tuffle in the corner. Michigan ends up victorious with Warren coming out of nowhere. Zacconi passes it to Lockwood. Lockwood looks to pass it to Hughes, but aims too high. Oh, and there's a hard check by number 29, Waite, on the United States against our own Michigan freshman. With 3 minutes left to go, Michigan is still down 3. It is 6-3. And right now the third period is not looking too good. Everyone looks tired. Many sloppy passes are happening. Hughes has the puck now. Looks to do something fancy with it. Successfully gets it to another Michigan player, number 7, Blankenberg. Back to Hughes. Hughes just throws it up the ice. United States now has the puck. Looks to pass it. but misses. So the hustle's real. Here comes Zagras. And it is the United States puck. Fighting Mole and Hughes. I think Hughes came out successful since it went to the United States, but both of them looked to put up a good little tussle for the puck. It is Michigan's puck still. Number 21 passed off. And that is, what was that, offsides?
It looks like they called offsides, and it's been a rough game for Michigan outside of a couple goals that they were able to put in. I've been really pure domination for Team USA this whole game.
It truly has been.
With 2 minutes and 3 seconds left, score 6-3 in favor of the United States under-18 team. Again, we'd like to thank you for listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey, but
now,
Team USA completely outplayed the Wolverines.
Now, I think Michigan, if it ends up being 6-3 or they end up losing, they have to step back from this game and say, how did we lose to this team? Yes, the United States, the USHL team is very good. I mean, they're the top players in the country. That's why they're the USA team for the USHL. But this is not a college level team. This is not someone who we're going to see in the Big Ten. We're going to see better in the Big Ten. So Michigan has to be ready to prepare. They have to learn from this game, see what they did wrong, and learn what that they can do right.
Now, Team USA obviously beating Notre Dame has shown and proven its talent and ability against college teams, but you're right, Michigan has got to find a way to up the intensity.
Michigan wins the face-off with number 91 getting the puck, turning it over to US. I believe that is number 11. Nope. Yep, Zagras had the puck. He lost it to the sides. Michigan looks to pass up the center of the ice, but they fail because no one is there. So Vlasic takes it back. The United States realizes they have this game, so they're not pushing the puck too hard, and neither is Michigan, even though they are down. Vlasic had the puck. It's kind of a shuffle in the corner. Back to number 11 on the USA team, Zagras. Zagras pass to Caulfield. Caulfield shoots. He just misses the net with a high shot to the right. Is back behind Michigan's net. Oh, a nice pass from Caulfield to Hughes, but Hughes misses it. Passed off, just had the puck. He put it back behind the United States net, and now the United States has the puck. Back to Caulfield. There is 1 minute left remaining. The score is still 6-3. It does not look good for Michigan right now. Boldy has the puck. He's looking to score there. Now they're playing with more intensity. Bleacher has the puck. And the children of Yost. Oh, almost a goal from the United States. The children of Yost are cheering, "We want Jack." Because Jack Hughes sure did perform tonight. And he will be the number 1 potential overall pick in the NHL draft. And now watching him play against Michigan, I think everyone understands why. With 20 seconds left, everyone's kind of relaxed. No, it's unclear what Michigan's intentions are, but there's an interception by Van Wy. Almost a goal, but Knight blocks it. And the United States is left with the puck. Beecher is looking to just get one more shot. It was blocked by Strassman, and now this game is over here in Yost Ice Arena. It is 6-3. The USA has pulled through with yet another win against the college team. They won last week 5-2 against Notre Dame, and now they have won 6-3 against Michigan.
Really impressive stuff from Team USA. Brought intensity all night long, and they're rewarded with the win. They were the better team on the ice tonight, no doubt about it.
They were the better team, and that is coming from a Michigan fan.
Well, thank you for
tuning in.
For tuning into WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. We will be here all season long, and reminder to tune in tomorrow night as the Michigan Wolverines football team takes on the Wisconsin Badgers. That game will be live on the airwaves, 88.3 WCBN FM Ann Arbor. It will also be live online, WCBNsports.org. Be sure to tune in for that one. For Nick Hornberg, Vanessa Litchard, I'm Lucas Vargas. Thank you again. Good night, and go Blue.